a force. Yeah, blessings we are reap and we coursing on. But when I rise and boast, yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we need.
I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. Okay. Young slick, be that nigga spin a grip on nothing. I got broke, motherfucker, straight huffing and puffing. I want it all before I die, cause I can't take it with me. Put my life on the street like Bobby and Whitney. The more money I made, the less I stress. Like they coming up in nerve with smoking a cigarette. I got a habit like a car need gas. Or better yet, like a bitch with a thing in the glass. Yeah, it's my turn to shine. You can hate if you want. I got plenty money ever. You can say that I don't. And then I mention young slick. Got that thing on his hip. Just in case when you switch, nigga think I'ma slip. Bow! I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool.
Hey, yeah. They say it's all in the game, right? I've been trying to get my mind and my money right. From the dirty pistol dirty, drinking dirty Sprite. Little mama feel the way, take her on the flight. Fighting for them rainy days, now it's sunny nights. Steady climbing up the ladder, niggas scared of heights. Putting on from my zone, see it's only right. Stupid chrome 4-5, it can't read it right. My AR is a star, never lost a fight. 93 in my guard, we just living life. Any nigga wanna spar, known to take a life. And I'm from Pine Hills, gotta earn your stripes.
I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool.
Baby, I ain't no thug, I'm a motherfucking hustler. When I'm in the club, I can't hang with no busters. Bro, you wanna fuss with me? Well, it's gon' cost ya. I just kill the beat and I ain't use no revolver. Swag got that drip, drip, wet water. I don't love no bitches, only my daughter. Hope she don't meet another nigga like her father. Fuck the cosign, I'm the Ras out of Florida. I've been on the grind since I was pitching quarters. Free on my Z's, ho, they let them cross the border. Free on my Z's, doing time in Georgia. When I get my deal, you ain't gotta worry about a lawyer. Gotta keep faith in God, hey, he the problem solver. Gorilla short nigga, but my dick a little taller. She fine, thick as fuck, got her number, never call her. Hey, got her number, never call her.
I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. I got that 40 in the summer, bitch, I'm hot now. I rock my jewels in the summer, bitch, I'm cool. Okay.
I know the struggle seem mandatory. Young nigga bout to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. A young nigga bout to cash out, cash out. Yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing right and getting penalized. Seeing the world through the devil eyes. Speaking the truth, couldn't stop the lies. And through the hate, I'm immortalized. Time will tell, will I prevail? I made it through hell, they want me to fail. Take a L, but I can't lose. I can't snooze. My hopes and dreams, it revolves around buying my little girl shoes. My lifestyle wasn't given. That's why you see my black ass chasing the green, dodging the state prison. I thank the Lord just for living. Gotta keep the bond in order to win and just to stay winning. Another day, another dollar. Take the lead, no time for greed. You succeed and they soon follow. Never worry about who's hotter. I just stay in my lane. Far as the hate, there's a whole lot of. I grab a leap and get my roll on. Sometimes I don't know when to let go of the hold on. Got no time for the stressing. Every minute and every hour, I thank the Lord is a real blessing. Stack that money to the roof. Just know that currency is man-made and love is the real root. To succeed, I smoke my weed. I'm knocking on heaven's door. I done lost my keys. A young nigga about to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. A young nigga about to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Young nigga about to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Say, exclusive nigga.
I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it.
Road to riches, me and Miss Mercedes. I guess no brakes, though the money couldn't save it. It won't be long for the devil try to take me. I cherish every moment God ever gave me. Not drinking, leave but smoking green. Want some smoke, bring the team. We ain't tripping on the money scheme. Got me chasing dreams. Gotta get it now, win it now. Ain't no such thing as a top. Least in my dictionary, evil thoughts I had to bury in my mother's cemetery. Stepped up like the military. Ain't no version to this rap. I already popped the cherry, born in Halloween. That's why these niggas acting scary, want it like a fiend. Cause being great is necessary. Lost is only temporary. Always standing strong, not a victory. Pray to leave misery alone. 93, my cologne, I be wildin' out. Fuck these hoes, yeah, that money while I'm
chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it.
I pray to God a nigga really make it out this dungeon. Ay, mama ain't never had shit, so a nigga really came from nothing. Ay, they can look in my eyes and see the soul of the righteous. Ay, yeah, I'm from the dirt, but now I'm taking off like a pilot. Ay, running back to the base, I'm putting my foot on their neck, reading advantage for my people. Never lay down, we getting them checks. Ay, you had a lot of patience, now it's time for you to get blessed. You ain't your own race, ain't in no competition with the rest. I embrace the side of me that'll keep me close to my rivalries. Can't get too comfortable, you gon' be stuck beneath the pile of leaves. Catching my knees so often I'm getting closer. Hey, so when the young nigga drop, it just over.
I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it. I pray we all gon' make it. I pray we all gon' make it. Our fears, we all gon' face it. Our dreams, we all gon' chase it.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Today we are here with Empire Professor Ras Natty. Let's go! Ring that bell. Ring that bell, ring that bell.
I got my blue light blockers on. So y'all may see sometimes it's like I'm an old man. It's like I'm almost put my John down over my nose so I could be able to see. All right, I'll be able to see. Yeah, no, Empress messing me. You know, Empress got screen dim. You know?
Actually, this is the highest brightness.
But she got it probably the wrong way along. So I can't see. I ain't knocking Empress.
Okay, I got it dim. My light. Sorry. We got a 63K Bitcoin.
It's like we returned, nah. We have returned, but it's not. It's nothing about returning, right? Because what we always tell people, yo, buy whatever you buy, but hedge against whatever you hedging against, right? It was an episode that we stressed how important leverage was, right? And counter to what everybody said, because everybody, when they come in and talk about leverage, it's always this angle where it's like, yo, be scared of leverage, watch leverage for this, watch leverage for that. We were saying, yo, embrace leverage, right? Leverage is something that you could use against them. How did I figure that? I was like, okay, well, think about this. With the leverage, it's almost like a hedge, right? So this whole time that y'all was motherfucking buying all these stocks and meme stock and all that, y'all was supposed to be leveraging those by hedging against that. You have to find a way to hedge against the market. So this cast right here, we're stressing hedging. This whole cast is about hedging. We're gonna go different angles, right? We're gonna show a couple different companies, right? Just to keep everybody in here. We're gonna talk about the NBA. It's super interesting to me to talk about them. Netflix. Also, right, because Netflix just had a big blockbuster, right? And the blockbusters also came in a perfect time. So Netflix probably had this in the bag, right? But it was like, oh, earnings is coming up. Let's just drop one right now that's good. Because they always release bullshit movies. That's what I'm going to tell you about Netflix. I be hearing people saying, yo, Netflix killing the game. They release something every week. And we was just talking about Netflix being done, right? And I came on here and I was like, yeah, I don't really agree with that. So that was, y'all can go back and watch a lot of these cast and y'all be like, oh, they was on it. They seem to know what they're talking about with the stocks and with the crypto, right? Y'all remember when the Bitcoin was at 28? The fact that we do this every Tuesday, it's hard to get away from the truth of what we really know. We come on every Tuesday, shit down, shit up. We come on, wow. Yo, get into Bitcoin. Yo, get into Bitcoin. Right now, we're not telling people that. Only thing we're telling you right now is make sure that you're always invested into Bitcoin, right? Make sure we don't even say it like that. We say hedge against the dollar. And we're only talking about Bitcoin when we say that. So don't come and be like, yo, I'm in the blockchain space, T. Crypto man, Ryan. I'm crypto man. Oh, you feel me? You got to be cautious about that, right? Because what I always tell people is, if Bitcoin don't work, blockchain don't work. Niggas be like, man, it's a big statement to say, but I'm not about to super get into that right now. I'm about to divulge into that a little bit later. But right now, like I said, we're just starting off right here, real simple market recon. We see a Bitcoin at 63K, right? What we usually do on these cats, like I said, we've been doing this a lot lately where we do live trading. So right now, I'm scrolling over here to open up my trading site so I can be able to look at the chart. So what's going on, Empress, as far as market recon? I know you always give us a nice breakdown of things that you're seeing, and then we're gonna kind of go into the news.
Yeah, Bitcoin is at $63,864. It's up 2%.
Do you remember?
I guess on the day.
Do you remember where it closed at? And also the dominance. Also,
yeah.
I don't know, but do you remember where it closed at?
What, yesterday?
No, Bitcoin. Do you remember where it closed at on the day? Well, it's technically yesterday, but do you remember where it closed at?
No. Can pull it up though really quick.
Yeah, I was about to say you're able to access it.
Yeah, and the dominance is 49%, which is crazy good.
Not really. Really? Yeah, that's bad.
Why? Because that means all the other currency.
No, I'm saying that's bad because we've been higher than this. we've been higher than this, right?
The dominance.
Yeah, we've been way higher than this.
What you saying? I'm
saying it's not crazy good. It's a sign. It's a sign of health. That's all it's showing right now, right? It's still under the 50% of the market. I still don't like that. And the reason why I don't like it, like I matter of fact, in bull markets, I don't think it's as bad. The reason why I'm saying it's not as bad in bull market is this is what usually happens, right? Things get separated a lot of ways. But remember, the reason why I'm bringing this up, you remember they were talking about the Ethereum flipping in. People still got that
conspiracy.
Yeah, they said, "Yo, a flipping in coming right now." Like I said, right now,
conspiracy, a theory.
Right now, we're back to 49%. That's still not good for me, right? As far as somebody that supports Bitcoin, like I said, I want the whole market to do well. So 49%, like Empress said, that's good if you're looking at it in the sense of the health of the market. Man, what is Dogecoin at? Yo, and that's the thing, y'all. We can't invest because other people invest. Elon, bro, I've seen Elon play with anything now. Elon not a serious man.
For real? What are you playing?
Man, I thought I seen him with Shib the other day. Yeah, I heard somebody say. Man, I heard somebody say he need to get out the market.
No, so you need to stop listening, idiot.
So I say Elon need to get out the crypto market. Yeah, Elon.
Yeah, bro. Anybody investing in shit, bro?
What you saying about him?
They dominance as high as a fucking floor.
They're making a shibby decision. Hey, but we could find an entry right now. Bro. See, the weird thing about finding the entry right there. See, y'all don't see the chart. All right, we'll get back to the chart, but there's an entry in the chart right now. The current price is at 63.9. The MACD is red. What I always tell y'all about with the MACD being red is that's the flipping, not this bullshit that they be telling y'all with Ethereum shit. We're not on that. But as far as the real flipping, you will be able to watch the MACD loses its strength, and that's what I'm kind of anticipating right now in this entry at the 63.9.
So the closing, I'm not sure how would you, the midnight closing, right?
No, this is right here. It's right there. So that's what it closed on the day.
Oh, okay. So the previous close was $63,867.
And that's weird, right? That may have happened because it's 12 o'clock. Oh no, that means that it never closed. Then all right, well, on some of the exchanges, then that's on the exchange though, so that's different. I thought for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this previous close is based on 11:59.
Okay, so it just okay. That'll make sense to me because for sure we seen it at 64, so that's why I was kind of asking like, damn, 63. That don't even really make a lot of sense, but we're gonna stay right here because right here, like I said, I want to talk about hedging and also why is Bitcoin up. Like I always tell people, bro, it's no fun timing the market. It's super simple to have time in the market. And the reason why I say that is because there's two ways to do that. Simply just be an investor. Hopefully next Tuesday we'll have the brother on, one of the brothers from one of these black organizations that's actually in Bitcoin, been in Bitcoin super early, right? So that's the first way. Just be an investor. And anybody in the Bitcoin market, they'll tell you that, yo, Investing is the greatest part of the market. Why do they say that? Because Bitcoin is the highest performing asset over first of all, over Bitcoin's life, which has been 12 years or whatever the situation is, and over the last decade, which is, whatever is whatever. So when they say that, they're not saying that, and the reason why they're saying it is over the decade, it's like some years it may not be as high as some other years, right? But it's the over the years, when you add all that up and get an average, it's saying, yo, an average, nigga, this is what is going up year by year. So maybe it may be a year that may be a little bit less than that. That's, you feel me? So that's the angle I'm trying to get. There may be years that's a little bit less than what we say is the target. That still doesn't change the fact of how much it actually goes up a year. So when they do these averages and they say, yo, it goes up 200+% a year, and they have these different numbers, right? And you'll be like, well, it ain't go up that much this year. And it's like, no. It's over the 10-year span, 12-year span, or whatever the span is, right? And then we get the average of that number. And then we say, okay, so yearly it's going up this much. Right, that's how that happens. Like I said, some months or some years, right? Some years to be crazy where you're like, yo, this year it went up double that, and that just compensated for a year probably 3 years ago that ran up just half of that or just once. You feel me? So that's what a lot of people say when they're saying it's the highest performing asset in the last decade. So that's why I always stress, like, yo, don't worry about, right? Just don't worry about trading. Don't worry about trading. The number one way to get ahead in this space right here is to not time this market. One thing about Bitcoin they tell you about is volatility. Me and Empress was looking at the other day, and I was like, Empress, but do you know that people can go on bigger time frames and make longer decisions even on volatile stocks? Even if your stock is motherfucking the craziest volcano in the world, you can go on the monthly time frame. You can even go on the yearly time frame and make your decisions like that. If you so worried about volatility, right? Then we hear some people say, "Yo, it don't move enough." You can go on a minute time frame. Everything that people say, there's something for that, right? We just need to stop trying to time things. What? The reason why we got so much giant expectations, we come in the shit and we hear, yo, that bro right there, he invested this into that and he got this out of it. And it's like, yo, but he been in the market for 7 years and he didn't tell you them other times that he invested in some shits that is not even here no more, right? And that's why I respect a lot of these investors, true investors, because they'll tell you L's. They explain all that. Oh yeah, man, I've bought multiple of those. Right, and that's why a lot of people in the crypto space use this thing when they say shit coins and stuff like that. That's not good to really do, but you have to kind of understand where they come from to kind of have that mindset, right? You got to kind of be like, oh snap, they've been in the market. They was in the market 10 years ago when people told them about Bitcoin and they went and bought something else because it was cheaper. Right, so that disdain and that hatred and all that stuff that's spilling over, that has nothing to do with you. That have nothing to do with you because you bought this coin and he think this coin is stupid and he don't want nothing but Bitcoin to ride. It could be that, but over the years of being in the space, he just learned. Right, and when you learn things, especially when you learn from lessons, the conviction is completely different. The conviction is completely different. I can tell you shit all day. Like, we come on here every day and we tell people how to trade and how to really get ahead. I can tell you that all day. Nothing ever changes, bro, until that conviction comes. And the conviction comes from the lesson. Meaning that you was like, yo, fuck what bro talking about. Let me trade this way. Let me go buy $10,000 worth of shit. Let me buy. Matter of fact, I don't need that much because what? I can get a bunch if I just put $100 down. So yo, let me put $1,000 down on ship. I'm not knocking nothing, but right. But there's people that's been around the market a long time that'll tell you, yo, there's coins that come and there's coins that go. But then also keep in mind, the brother Vitalik, right? The brother Vitalik that created Ethereum. He didn't buy none. I was about to say he bought some. He was gifted a bunch of Doge. Nah, I'm not talking about the share right now. He was gifted a bunch of Doge almost like 4 years ago, 2017 or some shit. He was like, it's nonsense. This ain't gonna do nothing, and just left it there. And you remember what happened to Doge? Doge popped. Doge popped. And when he got Doge, was at the same way shit was looking, right? So I understand the logics of it, but he wasn't betting on that or even using that as some lottery ticket, right? He was continuously manufacturing and working on things. And that's what I really want to stress to our people. But we got to hedge even against investments, right? We got to have tangible things. Right, a lot of the investment market is working off futures. This shit is not like we just gotta understand, like, a lot of the stuff that we trading off is all speculation and what may happen or may not happen, bro. Right, so you got to kind of keep that in your mind, that you need actual tangible skills. So like everything that you do in life, you have to find a hedge against it. You can never be so confident in one way that you like, yo, I'm in Bitcoin, it's going to the moon, fuck it. Right, because that is a sense, but you're hedging against fiat, meaning that the only way you can hedge against something is because you're part of it. So I'm taking part in this, but I'm not fully convinced about that, or maybe I have to take part in this, but it's not my shit. Like, to think about, because it's gonna come and I want to do the transition smooth, so I'd be like, yo, you got smooth transition, but I don't care about smooth transitions, right? Because I'm gonna bring this back up again. Because I wanted to say the same thing when I look at the NBA, which is why the NBA is on the hot seat today. Players, you have to hedge against these things, right? So we got a lot of players that they want to play basketball, they want to do this, they want to do that. To y'all, they don't have nothing hedged against playing basketball. They have worked their whole life to become a great basketball player, and that's it. That's my leverage point. But I don't have no hedging point. So I can leverage everything, but I don't have nothing to hedge. Like even right, Empress, we play sports, right? Say the big man comes to the screen. Coach always tell your big man to do what on the screens?
Hedge.
What's the purpose of doing that?
It's to protect. They hedge to protect. Damn, I don't even know. I just do it because I'm a post player. But when you hedge, you're pretty much sticking yourself out in order to slow down some type of effect on the guard, I guess.
You get it?
No. It's to take the other person. What the heck is the hedge?
You're right, but just think about hedging in its simple sense, right? It's betting against something else. So what you do in the hedge is the coach tell the big man to hedge, because what usually happens is the guard uses the screen and turn the corner. If the guard turns the corner, the person behind can't catch up. The big man hedges, so the guard goes up and the other guard is able to get back under to cover.
Can you show us a highlight?
Yeah, we'll be able to run it down. But right now, we're gonna stay right here on the BTC. Like I said, this is a whole hedge day, so we hedging all day. All right, this is a hedge play, but this is a hegemony. Empress, can you go right into these comments? No, it's should be in the private chat, right? All right. What is this first? Let me see. So y'all, I got my Stevie Wonders on. These are the blue light blockers, right? These are amazing when you're doing cast in front of.
Yeah, but what you're pretty much saying is that, like with a basketball player, for example, the hedge
gives
just that ability to be like, nigga, I don't need this shit, I'm out.
It gives the main reason of it. It gives you time to recover, right? So if you bought Bitcoin at 63, but you think it may go down, maybe you may get a sell to hedge against it, to hedge against your bet, right? And what it does is it gives you time to recover. So say you go to sleep, right, and it goes whatever other direction that you wasn't planning for. The hedge give you the time to wake up and be like, okay, let me get out of this one.
So
right?
You're not talking to like beginner investors or traders. You're talking to like intermediate to almost fully experienced traders, because this knowledge doesn't make any sense. What do you mean by if I have a buy and a set? Like, what does that mean to me?
So I see what you're saying, but the reason why I think it's super important, more so even important for those people, the same way with basketball, right? Like a great defender has a way of keeping the guard even from using the screens effectively, right? But the coach still wants the big man head. But when you have one of those defenders, like an expert, somebody that know how to trade, you may say, you don't really have to hedge for him. He's gonna get over the top, right? Because that's the whole, like I said, with the hedge, the big man steps up hard and the guard drops back. When the guard drops back, I'm staying with the big man for a little bit, and then we switch him back. But if I'm a great defender, coach tells me to fight over the screen, so I just stay on the guard hip. So that's what I'm saying. So the hedging is for beginners. I feel like if you're a beginner, you should for sure know how to have stop loss. That's the hedge.
What is it?
Go in.
A fatigued player, I guess. Because once you get fatigued, you get that sagging on defense, and that's where the hedge really becomes effective.
Yes,
when
ma'am.
a player is tired. Or a defender, more so.
Hedging is always super effective in any situation, like definitely, because right, so we don't even want to say the defender is weak because he may not even be weak.
Just
tired. Yeah, just fatigue.
Mentally tired.
You feel me? So fatigue sets in, so you have to find ways to even hedge against fatigue. I'm gonna get tired, so I have a team. That's what that hedging is so simple. I trade, right? I don't have enough time to trade, so I'm going to hedge against time by hiring people and using their time. I'm hedging against the time running out on me. Like, so you feel me? The hedging shit is super simple, but it's across all the boards. So that's what I'm doing. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go across all boards and completely cover this hedging situation. First, Empress.
So hedging, not edging.
Ooh. Make sure you're not edging nothing up. The Most High said do not. Man, y'all should be able to see the thumbnail. I know Empress, but you see the thumbnail, the video running right now, so y'all may not see it. But yeah, bro, pause the video and goddamn look at the thumbnail, nigga. Y'all be like, that nigga right there is.
You saying forget the edge and start the hedge.
You feel me? You feel me? That's the key. That's the key because we've been telling people, yo. It was at 28K, we was telling people. It was at 32K, we was telling people. I'm telling you, we do this every Tuesday. So it's not going to be a time where it's like, bro, y'all only in here on green days. It's like, all right, whatever you say. Any day, if it's a day, we in here, bro. We in here talking about this Bitcoin. It even be other cast days where we'll pop in on the other shows and be like, yo, I know this other show, but make sure y'all watch the Bitcoin. So like, we always try to keep people abreast. I think that's the word they use, abreast. Try to keep motherfuckers abreast. But Empress, would you be able to read this article for me? I need to share it. Let me share it. I'll have you read this really fast because people want to know why is Bitcoin jumping, and this is not why, but this is why. Okay. So we're gonna do this right here first, Empress. You close this one out, blah. So yeah, if you're ready, I can actually make this bigger and make me smaller. I think, yeah, that's a better plan. So yeah, there's your mouse. If you want to rock.
Okay. Americans don't need to wait. Canada has ETFs that hold Bitcoin. This is according to Yahoo Finance. This article is written by Jesse Baines. If you guys want to refer back to it, cryptocurrency investors in the U.S. are celebrating a milestone today with the first day of trading for the first Bitcoin ETF on the New York Stock Exchange. But Canada has been ahead of the game for a while with ETF options for U.S. investors. Okay, let's stop again, right? ETF, right? Mm-hmm. Those are funds, right? Those are exchange-traded funds. The thing with those right there is also, Empress, those are hedges, right? That's like we was talking about this before. It's like I don't really know about the crypto market. Or maybe I'm not ready for that type of exposure in the crypto market. So, right, I just go for a company that has it on their books. And like we were telling people ways around that. Remember what we was doing, Empress? We was explaining things like, yo, look into MicroStrategy. Oh, yeah. They got a lot of that on their book, right? Look into this. They got a lot of that on their book. We told y'all even about Square. It was like, yo, Square, it doesn't have enough to affect their price.
But if you want to get a company that has already have exposure, then that's a good thing. Right now, they're talking about even with Coinbase. Coinbase is doing something with Facebook to where I don't know if you're getting paid, but the revenue is stored on Coinbase. So it's like some weird partnership with Coinbase and Facebook, and I don't know if you're making the revenue on Facebook from whatever, and it's going straight to Coinbase. So and they're holding it in their like trust. But watch what Empress read, and y'all gonna be like, oh, they already told us about this. Okay, so let's see.
Okay. The ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, the ticker is BITO, so BITO, is based on futures contracts which don't always track the physical price of Bitcoin very well.
Keep that in your mind, because that's what I was about to say, and that's where we're gonna go. Like I said, we're gonna explain everything in depth. We're gonna explain even this whole futures contract, right? What does the futures market even represent? That's why this actual ETF was able to get passed. Because there's other ETFs that's trying to, break in, but they figured out, it's going to be too much regulations. But if we tell them that we trading off of this, then, it's a lot easier than, damn, that's one of them silver bros, bro. Man,
as far as the ETF, just kind of give them more clarification. It's like a bucket. So it's like a bucket of different stocks and things, crypto of that nature, all in one bucket. So sometimes if everything is performing really well, the price and the profit is luxurious. But if some things aren't doing as well and they have a higher dominance within that bucket of, stocks and stuff, that's when it becomes that risk. So that's a risk reward situation to it.
But it's still a low risk, right? Low risk, low reward in a sense, right? Because even when it falls, you're going to have somebody in that bucket that's strong that kind of keep you thinking that you're doing okay.
But you were just telling me, because I was just asking Professor the question about MicroStrategy and blockchain. And I was trying to figure out why it wasn't flourishing the way Bitcoin was. And he explained to me that, well, Bitcoin is something that they do have on their books, but they also have other things that are being traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which is, stocks and stuff. And they're not doing as well due to, I don't know if you can cover this yet, but inflation.
100% fact. And you got to think about it. Before a lot of these companies even put it on their book, not a lot, but for sure, MicroStrategy wasn't doing nothing. I'm telling you, like, they'll go back and say that this company wasn't profitable about 4 years ago. Right. So even in the midst of all this stuff that the brother was putting Bitcoin on his book, everybody was like, yo, you don't know what you're doing. But when it shot up, now MicroStrategy kind of looked genius and their actual revenue has grown because he took all that money and was like, yo, fuck it. So MicroStrategy is one of the ones that have the more impact, but we got to still keep in mind, like Empress was saying, it's still a company, right? And it still has shit that it does, like with Berkshire. It's still a company, right? But Berkshire does it so weird where it has nothing to do with being a company, but it is a textile company. That's what Berkshire Hathaway has always been. So it's still in that lane. So you know that's the same thing where you got to kind of understand with this bucket and these different things that may have stuff on their books. You got to still think, yo, you're still a business. You still have to complete your job. So even though you have Bitcoin that's going to make you look better, it's the same thing with the ETF, right? You may have somebody in here that make you look good, but you're not performing, right? So eventually that the numbers kind of levels out. But with the futures contract, Empress, what's important about that is me and you agreeing to buy something at a price right now, right? So they win. The ProShares niggas, they win. What they do is they go in and they buy Bitcoin at a wholesale price. They buy it from the seller, and the buyer is anticipating it going up, right? The seller is anticipating it going down, maybe, right? So they go in there and they say, yo, let me get this amount of Bitcoin. So now the people that comes in, they're buying future contracts. So now in the future, if those things fall, that contract is like, damn, I just made a bad investment. So that's the only difference with the futures and stock. I mean, and spot trading, right? When you spot trading, you go in there, the price is the price, and you get it at the price, right? But with these ETFs, especially with this Bitcoin one, it's traded on futures contract, which is not the actual price of Bitcoin. And we kind of see that on the MetaTrader, how you always talking about, yo, look what they're doing over here. They're trading on futures contract. So it's based on the highest bid, lowest bid. It's not the actual price of the commodity. So that's just another tidbit right there. But as far as this, right, or you got something? All right, no. you here? All right, yeah.
Wait, where was that?
So this the ProShare, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the Security Exchange Commission, which is the SEC, hasn't approved an ETF directly holding physical Bitcoin.
See,
Grayscale has a trust, GBTC, that physically holds Bitcoin. The trust structure can lead to differences between the fund's net asset value and the price of Bitcoin. On Tuesday, Grayscale filed to convert it to an ETF.
All right, now maybe they may do this also, but with the Grayscale, the trust, they actually have Bitcoin. They actually went and bought it at whatever price they bought it at. So if they went and bought a big lump sum at $10,000, they price.
That's what they said, right? Kathy Woods.
Go in. What you saying?
Is it Kathy Woods? I haven't talked about her in a little minute, but yeah, Kathy Woods invested in it on one of these major dips when it was at 28K or something weird, and somebody else came in right after her, right?
In Grayscale.
It wasn't under the guise of Grayscale. It was under Kathy Woods. They didn't say anything about Grayscale. We just assumed it has to be Grayscale because Kathy Woods is the face of Grayscale, right?
I don't know. That's well, dang, I just totally forgot. What's the name of her John though?
Ark.
There you go.
So Ark is the face of.
No, Ark Invest is just Ark Invest, right? That's Kathy Woods shit.
Right, but what are you saying as far as the Grayscale ETF?
I'm saying the Grayscale is their own buzz.
Oh, okay. So her making her own personal purchase is her own personal purchase, you're saying?
For the Ark Invest. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying as far as Ark Invest versus the Grayscale. Ark Invest is just an investment group that had Grayscale on their books.
Who's the one guy that sold off? It was the guy that just did the meeting with Jack Dorsey, Kathy Woods, and there was one more other random guy that nobody knew. And he was talking to Elon too about the sustainability of Bitcoin. Old white guy. Michael something?
Michael Saylor.
Is it Michael Saylor? He owns a lot of Bitcoin.
That's Michael's strategy.
Okay. So yes, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor bought right after, or we heard a headline about him buying right after her some more. And then like probably a couple weeks later, it was more volatility and then it dropped some more and then somebody sold off. Kramer?
Yeah, Kramer, Jim Kramer, he don't got nothing to do with Bitcoin. He's one of them CNBC ass niggas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is he okay right now?
He ain't got nothing to do with it. But because you just brought up something interesting and I was at the top on it before you said Kramer. Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, that's the owner of MicroStrategy. So that's his company. With the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the cool thing about this or the negative thing is they bought it. Like they actually got physical shit. So it's like me having a physical cup, right? And right now I got 10 physical cups, but I have 50 buyers. So now my premium on my cups go up. But say I still got these cups, but I got one buyer, but I got 700 cups. Now my premium for my cups go down. So that's the benefit of actually going and buying from the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. But it's still a trust. So it's still not your physical Bitcoin. Like, so I've never even completely understood their movement.
6 months almost to even interact with
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So that's what you were probably talking about as far as when the contracts got released, and they said a lot of people was going to sell because now they're finally out of whatever they had.
That was one of the big speculations on why Bitcoin was so janky.
Everybody was awaiting that moment for the drop.
Yeah.
The same thing right now, right, Empress? Everybody's was awaiting this moment for the ETF. The ETF dropped today, right? So right in the morning, at the market open 9:30, right? 9:30, Empress said went to 63. Boom, new high for the time period that we've been in, and just hit the 63, about 63.5.
64 flat, I think.
All right, about so 64, bam. So it's doing all this right when the market is open. So you buy the news,
which is unusual.
So you have to. So whenever you see things unusual, you don't say it's conspiratorial. You say, "Yo, let me figure out what I don't know." Then you go hear all the background information. Oh snap! Today the motherfucking ProShare went live on the New York Stock Exchange. So what that does is it does two things. You buying future contracts pushes other things up. You're basically the valuation for this motherfucker. So like if a nigga say, yo, the ETF popping, then the Bitcoin itself is gonna start popping too, because you're still technically buying Bitcoin because you're buying contracts. These motherfuckers that's selling you the contracts have to buy more contracts. So right now Empress is reading that. All right, so you doing something?
Oh no.
All right, you could just run through this real quick, just to hold top John, and then we go into another one with Binance.
Okay, so the trust structure can lead to differences between the fund's net asset value and the price of Bitcoin. On Tuesday, Grayscale filed to convert it to an ETF. Canadian regulators earlier this year approved ETFs that hold Bitcoin directly. The first one launched in February from Purpose Investments on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Mm-hmm. The Canadian dollar denominated non-currency hedge version trades under the ticker symbol BTC C.B. American investors who want to use greenbacks have the US dollar denominated versions ticker as BTCCU. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And you could trade these on the New York Stock Exchange, right? So, like I said, these are the things where you get those brokers. I gotta go run inside for my charger real quick, but yeah, this is. I don't know. Do you see anything else interesting in this article? Because this was a real interesting article. I just don't want you to do too much. All right. So, an official ETF structure provides. Just read that real quick.
Okay. An official ETF structure provides for daily liquidity and daily mark-to-market and market makers, and their sole job is to ensure that the price of the ETF and the price of the net asset value of the ETF are directly linked and trading throughout the day that way. Smomseth, Purpose Investments founder and CEO, told Yahoo Finance Canada in February, if you just hold futures and roll the futures, you will have a risk of underperforming Bitcoin over the time because it prices into future price as opposed to current price. As far as the barriers to entry, Wasim Mamaluka, Vice President of Capital Markets for Nimbus DeFi, says a number of factors could be holding U.S. investors back. There may be custody concerns around the idea that the actual asset is being traded for them via a foreign-owned investment firm, and there have always been security issues related to crypto custody, so that would be the most prominent reason, but there are others for sure, including the ease of access, just because there are trading desks and partners sitting in their own town who can now provide these services, he told Yahoo Finance Canada.
All right, so Empress just read the most important shit, and I just forgot. Right there, if you just hold futures, can you read that again, Empress? Because that's important.
If you just hold futures and roll the futures, you will have a risk of underperforming Bitcoin over the time because it prices into a futures price as opposed to a current price.
Do you understand that?
No, I don't.
You do though. You do though. That's why that's why we don't completely invest into ETFs, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why we don't believe in investing into futures completely, because what you're doing is, like I said, it's futures. If I got something right now, if I made a bunch of cups, when I first manufacture the cups, I can sell the cups for a certain price. Mm-hmm. The futures market, it guarantees you to buy something at a price. You bought this cup at a price, but this cup was bullshit. That's what the futures is doing. All you're doing is not actually betting on the product, but betting on the cheap version of what you never purchased. So you have contracts of something that's never been purchased. What that does is the price continues to fall every year that you hold something fake. So every year that you say that you have gold, but you only have the certificate for gold, but you never actually purchased gold, the actual gold price is falling because nobody's buying gold. Nobody's actually buying the actual resource. Right, you're buying paper certificates. So that's the whole futures market. You're not actually buying what's actually being traded. You're speculating. You're saying, yo, I want to purchase this today because it's beneficial for both sides of the party, right? Because, and then somebody's going to lose. That's the thing with the future market. Somebody has to lose. The reason is I grow corn, right? Let's say I grow corn, Empress. And cornflakes, whoever the fuck own cornflakes, like, yo, T, I want to get into a contract with you. I want to buy some of your corn because I need to make some cornflakes this year. And I'm like, cool, man. I'm selling all my corn $3 a pound or whatever I want to sell, whatever price I feel like is good. I say $3 a pound. They say, yo, let me get a certain amount. They can't buy it all because they don't have anywhere to store it. But that's where the futures market come in. They're not actually technically buying the crop, so they buy contracts. They buy a certain amount of contracts. That's what I was telling you about with like the brothers that we used to watch. Shout out to them. They do the rolling 4.
The rundown? No. Come up series.
Come up series. Shout out to them brothers, Mark Monroe and them. So they do the rolling 4s because that's the way they invest. They invest into futures and stuff like that. So they'll buy contracts for 2022. They'll buy contracts for 2023. The problem with that is if you don't know how to roll them. So to roll Bitcoin that way is to underperform because Bitcoin is one of those assets that performs well. A lot of these other things with the futures is hedging, right? So corn may be good 3 years ago, but 3 years in the future may not be as good. So you just hedged against your 3-year investment ago. So that's the benefit of something like that. But something like Bitcoin, something that's asset driven, that's not the greatest market for it, right? So futures is great for crops and a lot of that type of stuff. If I need manufacturing done when I don't have it, BTC is a supply-based John, right? Supply eventually runs out. So you just rolling over the same way me and you feel about recurring investment. It's like, yo, why don't you just go in there every week or so and look at it, right? But it's like maybe it'll discourage you. So that's the reason for futures contract. You don't want to be discouraged. You say, yo, let me just get this much contract. Yeah, it's like sometimes you lose.
No, I have another random question that I'm hearing off. Because I've seen this one and I still am crying laughing from earlier. If you invest in SHIB, are you pro Bitcoin?
And why you say that?
Because it's just like, it don't seem like you like Bitcoin if you're investing in SHIB. It's like you almost against Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, what's the angle?
You can't be pro something and not be rocking with it all the way. Yeah. Just keep that one right there because I want to come back to the SHIB. I also have another one.
Go in because I want to come back to hedging because I feel like that's going to go great into my hedging topic.
It's a couple companies out here. We got Gemini. We got Ethereum. We got Eris X, Nexo. I'm trying to think what else is there.
Now, what you talking about? Like you just name random companies.
No,
we got Chronos.
Yes, there's something going on with these companies.
What you saying?
They all have esoteric knowledge attached to them.
Is anything in the crypto space?
And why is that? It's crypto.
But look, think about it. Y'all work the job, right? I've never worked the job, and I remember the first time talking to y'all, I was like, yeah, I be logging in on Chronos. I'm like, what Chronos? Fuck y'all talking about Chronos, nigga? You know Chronos is that's a god of time. Oh, let go with
the facts. You definitely let me know, like,
this is how they rock out. This is they shit.
What is that about?
Greek mythology. Everything they use today is from Greek mythology. Matter of fact, they have something called the Eve gene or something like that, where they kind of show that every human on this planet goes back to one woman. Right, so they use these terms. Like this term is from the Bible term, but they're using it because it's the biggest shit. So it's it's subconscious, right? If it's already programmed in your mind, it's easier for you to get with it.
Right.
That's what they understand. That's what I always tell you, that melanated people got to get that shit. Like we got to stop trying to just create shit so different. We need to find a way to sneak they shit on them the same way they did with the vegan meat. Yo, you like me? You know what?
Because in a little bit, like, Chronos isn't going to be the god of time. It's going to be this software that's named Chronos.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, that's not Chronos. Chronos is the Greek god of time.
But I'm always thinking about that, even because like I said, that's not the only one. Marvel is a word.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel is just Marvel. Yeah, it's just Marvel, right? But Disney. Like, I feel like all these things come from something ancient.
For real?
I don't know. I just only could imagine. I can only imagine. Like, you tell me they just make these names up out of thin air?
Disney was his name, right? And you saying, where did that name derive from? That's Annie.
Right? And they always...
Disney was Haitian.
That's Eileen, and they stole him. They stole him and moved him to motherfucking Europe or some shit. But
bought him his stuff, yeah.
Hey, and they treating the one in LA bad. They couldn't do that to the one down here.
Oh, because that's the land.
They couldn't do that.
The world.
They couldn't imagine.
That's the land. This the world.
So right now, Empress, we're talking about hedging. Yo, shout out to you. You was in here for a long time. I'm actually down on you now. But shout out to you because I'm going to pop back in. Empress, so you done reading this, but you read something super important. If you just hold futures and roll futures, you will have a risk of underperforming Bitcoin over the time because it priced into future price as opposed to a current price. Empress, I know you understand. Oh, so Empress, you never sent this?
No, I wasn't sure because you told me to send the other one.
What? The what you mean the other one? But so look.
Yeah, it's just saying the same thing Lil Chase is saying. Bitcoin too slow.
What you mean?
As far as the price action,
why you
like they
that?
don't see it.
Hold on, why you saying that?
That's not what this says when it says because it prices into a future price as opposed to a current price. No, because you said that means as far as you doing it yourself versus reoccurring payment.
So yes. So you get that. So it prices into the future price. So it's what you think is gonna happen. Instead of what's happening. That could be good or bad. And
that's because you're put on a time constraint. So say it shoots up to 64.
That's because you bought a contract. It's because you bought a contract, and the contract that they got, they purchased it for this price, so they're selling it for this price. So that's what happens, right? With puts and calls. You're buying contracts. Yeah. Right, and if you bought a contract for 130, nigga, and the shit go up to 170, you don't care about him, nigga. He lost his money, nigga. You need to pay me 170 for all these 100 contracts, even though I only paid 130. So that's what you're doing. You're investing into futures, right? But the actual price of Bitcoin is so volatile that you miss all the work. You miss all the performance by buying Bitcoin.
Oh, so you
say what this nigga say?
You almost window shopping.
Right, it give you exposure, but not enough, and that's what I'm saying with Bitcoin. It's the highest performing asset. Like, we shouldn't even have to even play with it like this. Like I said, like if you want to find exposures to real estate, right, it may be better in real estate, right, because the real estate market in the future may fall. That's what I'm saying as far as with the future prices. But you don't never want to buy something as volatile and as high performing as Bitcoin because you don't know what day you're going to be at 100K. You don't know what day you may be like, yo, this future price. You feel me? Maybe the nigga that bought it say, yo, I'm selling them at 300K. And you say, yo, it's going to be at 500K. So now you believing in that. So if you keep on rolling that over and Bitcoin way less than that, you're losing. When you could have literally went and bought the actual Bitcoin at the actual current price. Right, Empress, even think about this because you witnessed this. The premiums. Remember, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust had premiums. Meaning that you wasn't buying Bitcoin at what me and you seen it at. Think about even V-Load, the time that we went on fucking V-Load. And was it V-Load? Who was them brothers that was selling Bitcoin? Niggas was selling Bitcoin to us.
That was who though?
Yeah, but I'm saying, what was the site that they took us to?
I don't know that.
All right, you can't remember that site. Nevertheless, bro, they took us to this site that was selling fucking Bitcoin, bro. Me and Empress was like, bro, why is Bitcoin at 45K? This was when Bitcoin was like 32. Bitcoin was at like 32, bro. Me and Empress was like, yo, who is these niggas in Bitcoin for 45K? But I kept on telling Empress, yo, we're not buying Bitcoin. We're buying futures contract. Take your money the fuck out. You just buying this to use it. That's the only benefit of futures contract, my boys. Right. If you buying the money right now and taking it out, because you don't even believe in that price. Maybe you just bought it at a premium, meaning that you know you.
Isn't it a matter of like you might not even be here?
Hey, even worse than that, you might not even be here, Empress, bro. Empress, you planning for the future, but then, Empress, somebody gonna hit you like, well, shit, why even invest then? Why even invest then? If you telling me I'm gonna die anyways, I'm gonna die anyways. I might as well.
I mean, you can get it tomorrow, possibly, but 6 months, you locked in. Alrighty.
You always but on this cast, we tell everybody that every investment should be at least three months.
It's 3 to 6 months for sure.
3 months is the minimum, and we don't like 3 months because they don't really show you anything. That's why I tell y'all about this cast. I love.
They took their prices off. Mind your business. Yeah, these are the prices, guys, that you guys are seeing on the screen for the Grayscale. Is it ETF or is it asking? Okay, so it's still a trust.
Yeah, it's still a trust.
Investment holdings. The current price. Wait, what?
Look at it.
The premium. Okay. So the premium for Bitcoin on the Grayscale investment holdings is -16.
Yes. You can get it for 16% cheaper than where it's trading everywhere else. Same thing for Bitcoin Cash. You can get it 15% cheaper than what is trading everywhere else. But look at like something like Zcash or fucking Zen.
Premium.
You feel me?
57.54. Huh. What is going on with them? They believe in them, or they ain't got a lot of money, a lot of cups.
But look, Empress, this has been going on. Remember the first time we came in here and everybody had this whole idea that they said, yo, we know Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin because if you look at the trust, look, this is what the investors are saying. The investors are putting this much confidence in Ethereum. I'm like, yo, I don't think that's what it is. But yeah, just look right now. They're saying 16% cheaper, bro. So you can go on here, bro, and get Bitcoin 16% cheaper. Like I said, I don't really know how this whole situation works, so I've never really been super enthralled in it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But
check out the come up series.
You feel me? Yeah.
Tell them why. I mean, tell them Black Wall Street Bets sent you.
There's definitely some people out here doing some investments and shit, bro. So shout them out. So we always come in and kind of tell y'all the people that we kind of listen to people and just hear what they saying because everybody got opinions on this shit. You never get so big headed that you feel like you got the all. You like, yo, I'm not listening to this. Chill out. You a loser. It's just you got to do something. Yeah, run your routes.
You made me forget what I was about to use.
Damn, I hate making people forget stuff. But like I said, bro, this cat is strictly by hedging. It's strictly by the hegemony. I want to jump into the NBA, but like I said, I'm saving it. I'm saving it because hedging is super important because when you think about even the NBA, you got to think about basketball. Fuck the NBA, right? Just think about fuck the NBA because we're going to talk about the NBA. We're going to talk about the NBA. I'm saying just not worry about it right now because that's 1%, right? Let's just talk about sports in general, right? You have to hedge against your sports career. Injuries happen. Everything happens, right? Coaching change happen. The game changes. You may have been a traditional big man, Coach said, yo, we're not using traditional big man no more. We actually, you can't shoot at the rose mode. It's like, no, I'm a big man, coach. I can post up real good. I got nice footwork. Fernandez. Hook shots. Coach, you don't like the hook shots no more. Right? You got to hedge against everything. You have to start understanding how important hedging is. People are talking about inflation. People are talking about inflation, and we can hedge against inflation. What's wrong with us? Right? I think it should be so scary for them to even mention that word around us. But it has to happen. Like, usually hedges is like where you predict. I guess you're still using the predictive model, right? You can't get so overconfident in the prediction that you say, yo, this is a guaranteed whatever. But you have to find a way to hedge against inflation, they say. How do you do that? People buy assets. People buy different things. People buy gold. That's the way they used to hedge. Now people have been talking about buying Bitcoin, purchasing Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. It's like, what do they mean by that? Well, the reason why they're saying that is because, first of all, your fiat currency, MLB kept on saying this. He kept on saying that the money that's out here is 60% new money. Some crazy ratio like this. Like, a lot of this money was never in circulation. This is all new money that they just printed just recently. Right? We showed y'all the debt tracker. I love that new debt tracker that I got because you can go back years. You can go back to 2008. You can go back to 2012. 2008, I think we only had $10 trillion in debt. 2008. Mm-hmm. When Trump was in here, I think we had about 17 million around that we got up to. I think we at 28 million right now. And by 2025, they're predicting, I think, 64 million or something crazy, stupid like that. So if you want to hedge against inflation, what you do is say, okay, I understand, because you got to figure out what that even means. The dollar is weak. The dollar is weak. So you could even buy other currencies.
Is it weak or is it being weakened by the forbidden? None of this is financial advice. Professional financial advice.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing financial. Mm-hmm. None of us went to school with nothing financials. Give it to all the financial experts. What they call themselves, CPAs. Mm-hmm. Talk to your local CPA or your international one. Talk to whoever you want to talk to, but not us. We don't know nothing about nothing, right? We're just here, right, to explain things that seem to work in a weird world. Just one of them straight upside down worlds, right? So don't even worry about it, right? If in real life, because it has nothing to do with real life, I'm guessing they say.
The verse.
But if you've been listening, right, you have been kind of seeing something weird where you like, yo, they was telling us at 28K to get this, but they said don't get it because they don't got no financial advice. So like maybe maybe niggas on some shit where it's like, yo, I'm not even getting it from them. My spirit told me. So maybe y'all spirit telling y'all. So like even when y'all hear us talking, we're just spirit guys. It's not even us talking. Matter of fact, Empress, I gotta wear a green outfit for the rest of the cast. I'm just gonna have a green outfit. I'm just gonna sit here. You trying to get my glasses right?
Mm-hmm. You want to just put the green shirt over your whole body?
I'm not ready yet.
Well, I need to wipe the glasses.
All right.
Oh, you saying you're not ready yet as far as going green?
No, I'm ready. I'm talking about I'm not ready to be on camera, but I'm ready. Yeah, I'm always ready. You know, I want to see my BREASTMILK shirt.
tax that behind for some milk.
Hedge,
get that breast milk.
Hedge against Infamil. Breast milk is a hedge against Infamil.
Ooh.
Everything is hedging. You can hedge against everything in life, bro. Yo, I got feet. I got no feet also. Yo, I'm good with my hands, but I'm good with my mind.
Oh, so you say they stopped hedging against the thing that come in. Like the Haitians stopped hedging against the rice.
Too confident. Yeah, what? Yo, we got all the rice. No more rice need to be made. Instead of being like, yo, they're making their rice, we making our rice. Fuck it. We hedging against their rice being shit. We don't trust them, so we hedging against their medicine being shit. So we got our own medicine. Even though I trust their medicine, so I'm going to them.
Against evil, bro.
Because they don't know what they're doing. None of us know what we're truly doing. That's why it's called science. I don't even know how science tricked y'all. Science is ever changing. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, bro, I was just in 2001. There was a different science, bro. You can go back to 2001. You be like, yo, what that what a nigga told you? Science was completely different, bro. Science is ever changing. If right now, if me and Empress do a motherfucking experiment, nigga, and we could duplicate this shit in the lab, nigga, we just change most science. Mm-hmm. Y'all like, yo, I ain't even know that shit was real. Yeah, niggas like Joe Dispenza and them boys telling you about mental plasticity.
Is a victim to change.
Come on, bro, that shit gonna change every day. You can't hang. Mm-mm. But Empress, can you read this futures market?
Go look in that Bible and try to figure out how was they able to say what they saying right now in the same breath while it's happening.
Hey, go watch episode 1 of the Black Wall Street Bets and be like, yo, these niggas is crazy. We've been saying this shit. Yo, we were saying this shit when this shit was at this number before. I'm talking about when I say it was at this number before, I'm talking about it touched it briefly. Like that was the high. It went to it and then came back down to 61 or 59. And we was like, yo, 59. It's at 59, y'all. It's at 59. Remember we was talking at 59. It 59. It went to 28. We were still alive. We were still alive. What you saying to me, Empress?
You told me to click on what? The futures market?
I just want you to read it right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Okay, right here. Alrighty. Are you on? Yep. All right. So what is a futures market? A futures market is an auction market in which participants buy and sell commodity and futures contracts for delivery on a specified future date. Futures are exchange-traded derivatives, contracts that lock in future delivery of a commodity or security at a price set today.
Keep that in mind, Empress. So every time I'm telling you that when you roll in Bitcoin, this is the danger of it. Think about what I'm telling you, Empress. Rolling Bitcoin is dangerous, right? Imagine what we all seen Bitcoin doing all year. Everybody could have been like, yo, Bitcoin getting back to 40K. I remember people was telling me stupid shit. I remember looking at them being like, yo, I don't know what you know about Bitcoin or who told you studies. Like, that's why I don't really like fundamental niggas. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm one of those with niggas where I'm like, I'm against vaxxers. Yo, bro, what? You anti-vaxxer. Like, that's how I feel about niggas that's fundamentals. Like, bro, you an anti-scientific nigga. You telling me that somewhere in your mind you see Bitcoin going to 14K. You see Bitcoin going to 14K, and I seen how many people bought it at 63K. Do you know that the high was fucking, Empress just told me it was like 60, 64.9 or something crazy. I didn't even remember that. So just think about that. And you thought that you was going to fucking be some smooth guy running off with the money. Getting it where? At 14K. You niggas are crazy, bro. Who the fuck raised, bro? Who raised us? Why are we so fantastical with our numbers? Look, bro. Look. To see Bitcoin go to 63, 64, all you gotta do is be like, yo, what happened today, T? Motherfucking the ETF came out. People like the news. People saying that these are good information for Bitcoin because what it's doing is almost legitimizing it. People don't really know that it's trading on the futures market. You feel me? So like, I'm not here to knock the ETF, but I'm just here to tell you, it's trading on the futures market, my boy. Mm-hmm. These are predicted prices. That ain't beneficial for you, nigga. It is, maybe, I guess, if you scared, right? But think about us, Empress, knowing that, yo, Bitcoin could go to something that you might not even think of. You don't know about Bitcoin. So who am I to be like, yo, you one of these great futures predicted nigga. You say Bitcoin going to this. So, bro, because look, bro, if you pay for Bitcoin at this price, whatever you paid for it at, I don't know what you bought it at. But whatever they bought it at, Empress, the ProShare niggas, they gotta make their money back. They gotta make their money back. So they selling it to you at a weird number already. So besides the number that they already purchased it at, that you could have purchased it at if you believed in it instead of trying to fucking time the market. Think about this, Empress. If we all believe in Bitcoin, we would have all bought at 28K and said, yo, fuck it. They done fucked up and gave me another chance.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They don't see like with like ETFs, you don't see like behind the curtain, you know? That's like what's really pushing this, because once you actually like step into this world and you start to figure out how can I make this more lucrative, you get to leverage. And did you realize without these people, there would be none of this going on, like stocks, crypto, wherever you can trade assets, indices, so on and so forth. That's like leverage is what's really moving this thing across the market. And with that, people are seeing these, hikes in prices randomly. So then they buy in. And once they buy in, they pretty much have to sit and wait on the roller coaster ride to kind of retract. And once it's done retracting and it takes off, then they see the profits, they see the gains, and like, I might be able to sit this one out. And before you know it, like it's accumulated all these people's dollars that see it peak again at the next new high, and they're like, I might need to be in this. I just heard someone talking about it and I didn't listen. So before you know it, it's the same thing with Doge. Doge is holding a solid 25 cents, and that's because so many people bought at that 75-cent mark that it's like, I might as well just hold it. Let it grow.
It's a
slow growing plant, but let it just grow.
It's the futures market, right? So what you got to think about is where people paid for it at, and just think that one day, if it's a good project too, I just want to keep that in mind.
Talk about that.
If it's a good project, but one day it's gonna go back to that number and shoot by it. You could never get. I'm telling you, we told y'all this with Luna. We told y'all this with everything, and that's why I'm saying we're not financial advisors. We don't know nothing about finance, bro. Y'all do. That's why y'all make so much good decisions. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. We in debt. Look at y'all. Yo, Starlito had the clip from the Donald Trump John and the young lady, she was the president, and she was like, we're broke, and Bart was like, we're broke.
Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa was letting them know that we was broke, and Bart was like, how the fuck we broke? And then she was like, you remember, well, Bart was letting her know, nigga, you remember the last time that we invested into our nation's kids? Yeah, so that's what happened, bro. You believe it, you invest in the future. That's what, like, that was the play on the joke. The name of the John was like future something, past future or something. So that's why Lito used it in his John, because it was so past future shit. Yeah, it was a future episode because they went back to the past or the future because they went and seen Donald Trump being the president. So, it was a whole weird episode. So yeah, they was letting you know they invested into the nation's kid, which is always the future. So that's the futures market. So y'all on the Donald Trump shit, I'm on the stock market. I'm like, these niggas talking about the stock market about it. I'm just saying, we see shit different.
If you are a fan of any of those things, or if you're not, go listen to Family Guy, The Simpsons, any of their adult content cartoons. That's where most of the hidden truths are sitting.
I'm telling you, every time they're gonna put it in these shits. That's why comedians were so important, babe. Because you could tell a nigga the truth, nigga, in the nicest way. If you tell him it too harsh, he might commit suicide, man. If you start letting them know shit, then that's how you get those people that they call QAnons. I shouldn't even say that name. They probably banned me for that. But those people, right? That's how you get those people. They say that these people are. Imagine hearing that. And then some of these stories be true. So imagine saying that, it was a governor or some dude around Hillary Clinton named Anthony Weiner that was on the bed laying down, sending his genitals to a young lady next to his son in the bed. And you're like, what? They're doing, you feel me? And then you hear that first, and then you hear something else, and then somebody come and tell you something wild like, you know about the hot dogs? What about the different pizzas? Do you know about the all cheese? Bro, it was a whole breakdown So I'm telling you, like, these people wasn't just making it up. Like, it was, yo, Empress showed me a cheat code. Empress was like, yo, when these shits come up, nigga, these are the cheat codes. I've been skipping them my whole life.
I skipped it just now.
You skipped it just now. Oh yeah, but remember when I was telling y'all to buy, it went to 641, but I went 6-4. But nevertheless, what I'm gonna show y'all is what I like is when stuff is, I don't like it, but
we're done with this.
You read that for the most part.
Yeah, I read this first paragraph.
Yeah, that was really the most important shit as far as, they trade that they're buying something at its price today, but it's kind of, when somebody buys something, they're expecting something.
New York Mercantile Exchange? What is that? All the merchants.
Mercantile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm going. That's going to be the last one when I start talking about the basketball players. Like I said, the NBA players, y'all got to start hedging against y'all career, bro. Y'all fucked up. Like I said, bro, y'all got to come on the show. Matter of fact, I know y'all don't want to come on the show. We got a couple bros though, so shout out to y'all.
But really quick, I just wanted to address the meme tokens. The meme tokens. So yeah, this is CoinGeko.com, and they pretty much have a tab where you can see the different categories for your coins. And where you see number 10 on the categories list, you're going to see meme tokens. And with that, you see SHIB, Doge, and it looks like SHIB, Baby Doge. Yeah, Baby Doge coin, Shibu Inu, and Dogecoin. So yes, just to kind of have a better understanding, these tokens are not really based on utilization, more so than it is just a fan favorite, So it's a trend almost. And once that trend is kind of died out, you get like a slower growth, almost a decline like state with these coins. So that's why we don't really promote or, banter about these type of coins, because the risk to reward ratio is just so imbalanced that it just makes no sense to even talk about. But yeah, if you are invested in these and you have some type of, belief or hope for it, more power to you. But over here at Black Wallstreet Bets, we're unsaid Bitcoin maxis. But yeah, if you go to the top, these are the categories. There's 51 categories. Ooh, no. Let's see. There's 62 categories. There's tourism tokens, fan tokens, gambling tokens, social money, DeFi index, options, music tokens, insurance tokens, metaverse tokens, derivative tokens, sports tokens, Ethereum 2.0, staking tokens, phantom ecosystem, play to earn, lending, borrowing tokens, Oracle, privacy coins, gaming coins, a lot going on here. Avalanche ecosystem, Terra ecosystem, finance banking coins, asset-based coin tokens. Excuse me. We were talking about on the previous cast about the automated market makers and how they're just this software in the middle of the internet where you can kind of exchange coins, without KYC, which is know your customer information. So you don't have to put any of your personal information in, you just put a wallet address and you're able to exchange those tokens. If you look in the corner right here, there's going to be a card referencing you to the previous cast if you want to tune into that one. What other categories on here? Cosmos ecosystem, governance tokens again.
Hey, but this is super important. Yield farming.
Oh, you see? Because I just went down the list. There's 62 of them, and I was out in my mind. I was like, Professor Ras Natty's going to know a lot more about these.
Yield farming is super important.
Okay.
Because think about that. yield, and you know about farming.
Mm-hmm.
So you get money while farming. Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Where's my mouse? All right, I'm right here. Here is this guy. Oh god.
That's the thing. I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to give financial advice. We're not here to give no financial advice, but we're just here to just offer some entertainment, bro.
Banter.
Just some funny, just a couple funnies. I don't need no arms to do this. Yo, just and brag about me. Say a nigga was doing a cast with no arms, no body, just him and his wife.
Voice.
Look, I got nothing. I'm just taking up everything right now.
Okay, guys. Now back.
So, all right, Empress. So, go on to yield farming. Click on the tokens. Do you see any tokens on here that we spoke about that's been doing a lot of work?
Uniswap, Sushi, Pancake Swap.
For sure, Aave. We've been talking about Aave. Aave been hot this whole year. Who was on there? You heard about Rory because we watch a brother that talk about Rory tokens all the time.
Where's Rory?
185. Yeah, that's a governance token. Okay, go down. Who else they got? Those are a lot of smaller bros. But DeFi Money, Quick Swap, Ape Swap. So these are all.
Did you hear about them putting the ape on Wall Street?
Yeah, I got the article pulled up. I'm not sure real because I didn't completely finish my article yet. You believe them?
Saffron Finance.
Mm-hmm. So all of these right here, look, APY, nigga, that's bad. That's bad symbol.
No.
Oh.
This is like a Telegram airplane looking thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, Tulip. Yeah, so with these yield finance, with these yield farming, what it is, Empress, is you will. They don't have Gemini on here, which is weird, but I guess these are tokens.
But Gemini just have a stable coin, right?
Yeah. See, it got Pickle Finance. So yeah, a lot of these people that's out here doing any other stuff, y'all know about a lot of these ones because these are all DeFi protocols, right? Where you're able to take your money. Put it into a job for 6 months, and then they give you some type of appreciation over the time. That's the benefit of a lot of this stuff.
Did you uncover your?
I had to do a small uncover.
Okay. Did you want me to keep going?
Oh no, that's that.
Okay.
That's lovely, amazing.
Yeah, but these are all of them. I was like, oh, this is cool. Very informative.
Yeah, no, these are definitely informative. Look, decentralized finance, right? That's important also, right? That's where you get your Lunas, right? That's where you get your Lunas, right? You know, that's where you get your Unis, your chain links, Pancake Swap. Come on, man. My GRT on that, boy. My GRT is on that, boy. Y'all know how I feel about Graph, bro. If y'all can find Graph under 75 cents, buy it. Buy it like God made it. I'm telling you, Graph, like I'm one of those guys, bro. I'm not a Bitcoin Maxi. I'm a Bitcoin Axie. Like Bitcoin is my guidance, right? That's my axis, right? So that's my shit. But I'm not really I'm not super imposed in like only Bitcoin, but like that's all we really believe in though. I just want to
So you just made that up and you said you're not even gonna have your face on video saying you made it up.
No, I'm not representing nothing. I'm not even on camera right now, actually.
So any bro with a little widow speak can take it right now. Nah, I started that.
Anybody could take me over, but for sure they had to say, "Yo, I was on the on the Black Wall Street Bets joint when I did it." So as long as they say that, you know, I don't need nothing else. But for sure, bro, something like Graph. If you ever see Graph, it's up 18% in the last 7 days. Matter of fact, Empress like who else on this joint is outperforming Graph in the last 18 days? I mean, last 7 days. Go up. Let's see. Oh, Lido doing good. Lido up 10% on it. Yo, Lido.
Terra? No.
Nah, Uni. All right, Uni up. Like, and then when you see bros up, only reason why they up because they been getting smacked. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Except for Graph, bro. Graph is one of those motherfuckers, bro. It'll go down to 65 cents, go up to 95 cents. It'll go down to 62 cents, go up to 78 cents. Bro, Graph is the greatest thing moving right now. The greatest thing moving. Because like I said, Bitcoin is the greatest thing ever as far as when it comes to these cryptos. But if you want to get something that move a lot, man, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't choose nothing above Graph too much.
Sorry.
No, you good. You know, don't never say sorry to me. I don't mean nothing but harm. Yeah, I don't want my nose on camera though. They gonna be like, that nigga got a nose. Yeah, man. Just glasses and a hat, bro. I shouldn't even have a hat, but I gotta have my hat because I don't want my John too tight on me. I wear my hat different tonight too. But yeah, shout out to y'all, bro, for coming through on the cast, bro. Matter of fact, this right here is an actual no face, no case Godcast. Yeah. Yeah, the Black Wall Street Bets nigga just got captured. Whoever was hosting that show just got captured.
You waited till you got the 63K.
You feel me?
You was 63rd?
You feel me? And I moved in. The whole time I've been hearing this dude talk about all these motherfucking investments and shit, talking about he ain't no financial investor. Then came up here and took him up through there. But shout out to the brother. The brother got some good advice. He been saying a lot of stuff, and if you go look on what the brother been saying, the brother track record cute. Right? It's one of those nice track records, bro. If I was in the track records, I'd be like, yo, that brother right there, he's a track star. Right? That brother, he's almost like he like Sha'Carri Richardson before she started smoking herbs. Right? He one of them niggas. Right? He like Usain Bolt before he retired. He one of them niggas. Right? Right. He like KD, right? When he played with Russell Westbrook.
Miserable. You
feel me? So the brother tormented, so I took him up out of there. Shout out to that brother though for doing some good cash before that. But from now on, it's me and his wife. What's going on, young lady? Now we running this cast right here. Where the remote's at? He be pressing these buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these buttons out here look crazy. I ain't about none of the button pressing, but we gonna see. I might have to give him back. God damn, this nigga be pressing buttons and shit. Hey, y'all like that? Y'all be pressing buttons? All right, this is not the one right now. I want Empress to read the one about Binance really fast. And then look, I figured out Empress started having problems. So Empress, if you see something,
say something.
Yeah, Empress stuff was this fucking tip line, nigga. Shout out to Tip, bro. Y'all remember Tip had the tip line? Empress, you can hit the enter on that boy. That's the thing. I'm so not used to these laptops. Cause you told me this laptop got paste and go.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this motherfucker right here.
Oh.
Hold on. This ain't nothing about Binance. This not it, bro. Yeah, bro, this is not it yet, bro. I thought this was it.
Yeah, Binance. Demand spike on Binance. Hero.
Thank you, Everett. Yo, I ain't got no eyes, bro. I gotta change my swag back up, bro. Embers, can you put me back on camera so I can see myself? Because for some reason, my laptop over here is not working. Yeah, my laptop over here is not working. Look at me, nigga. Humpty Dumpty knows
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty.
But you know what I usually do though? Oh yeah, Empress, just put that on the screen.
Bitcoin steady march to near all-time highs came as traders correctly anticipated that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, would approve futures-based exchange-traded funds, ETFs. But instead of it being a collective effort by both retail and institutional investors across multiple platforms, crypto exchange data shows that a large investor or investors on one particular exchange using mostly a particular dollar peg stablecoin are once again the main factor behind a rally. That is so funny to me, bro. That's funny on 10 different levels.
The only reason why it's funny to me is because it's FUD. This nigga trying to FUD us, bro.
For real?
Man, keep on reading, man.
An October 18th newsletter by data firm CoinGeko indicates that Bitcoin's recent gains took off after the BTC USDT spot trading pair spiked around October 10th on Binance.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Empress don't like USDT. Empress don't like USDT. Empress is skeptic. Yo, I'm not on the screen.
I just heard that they had to pay a settlement out.
For what? What happened?
For their falsification of funds being there that aren't there.
Hedge 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Which is in they pegged. Niggas not even bad.
That's why we ain't got it, but we just spitting out tokens.
You 0.25 of this the one, nigga. Bullshit ass. Nigga, you gotta give us a bunch of fucking little USDT to equal $1.
Around October 10th?
But yeah, go ahead, do your thing. My bad.
On Binance, one of the world's largest exchanges, the spike took place just a few days after one buyer or a group of buyers entered an order on Binance on October 6th to buy 1.6 billion worth of Bitcoin, which sent Bitcoin's price rocketing 5% to about 55.5 at the time. Where is the phone at? I need to look at these dates. I need to look at these dates, bro, because I'm pretty sure this coincides with our purchase.
Empress says she bought.
Are they outing us?
You bought a big purchase, man.
Are they outing us?
Bitcoin chain volume on Binance. Nigga went crazy. Why Binance? They buy with a long-term I had to start reading.
No, I'm just laughing at something else.
All right, do your thing.
All right, so a buyer with a long-term perspective would usually try to avoid buying a large amount of Bitcoin on one exchange in a short period of time in order to mitigate the risk of slippage.
Mm-hmm.
The more appealing approach for large purchases
slippage.
is usually...
Explain slippage really fast, right? So Empress hates slippage, right? So that's when you go on like... And this is the problem with coin. What's the one that everybody used? The little shit that Scoop went and downloaded and got it. It was on there.
Oh, Coinbase.
Coinbase. All right, the brothers are. Oh, that's the stamp. I'm invested in the Coinbase, the company. They suck, but
they went up a little bit.
Nah, they did a lot of work. If you didn't jump into that initial motherfucking fanfare and thought that it was about to fly out the roof like Bitcoin did today. See, the difference between Bitcoin and that shit is an ETF, or it's not even an ETF, but like people looked at it as an ETF, which is why niggas were super invested. Like, yo, Bitcoin is its main holding. No, nigga, Bitcoin, bro, your main holding don't got nothing to do with your 75% of your other bros doing tomfoolery. You got Ethereum on your joint. Ethereum performed well. Sometimes Bitcoin was falling. So sometimes Bitcoin was holding you down, goddamn. So you feel me? It ain't no benefit of putting everybody on your book, bro. You have to make a decision in this world. The most I said, like I said last episode, Empress, the most I say yay or nay, hot or cold. The most I don't want nobody to be lukewarm. Like, yo, bro.
What stage?
Just give me both of them.
What stage still call ourselves? Best of both worlds.
Bro, what's wrong with Sage?
A nigga on the fence, racial.
What's wrong with Sage? I'm telling you, everything else Sage said was logical. She was talking about the vaccine mandate, a lot of this stuff. I was like, man, I'm rocking with that.
What she said? I'm not black, I'm OJ.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Sage, bro, you ain't had
just
to...
a nigga girl on that fence.
You didn't have to go that left, bro. You could have kept it all in bounds and be like, yeah.
And she really was like throwing shade to a dad. And she don't know where his whereabouts at.
Man, bro, that's the worst part of it, bro. And that's what I was saying. Like everything, and that's what I was saying. White people, maybe they don't know anything, but they're disingenuous, bro. Cause it's like, bro, to say that, I guess it's okay, but this is the president. First of all, you don't talk about the president like this. This ex-president. You don't talk about him
King Lowe's rooms.
Oh, she heard King Lowe's dropping some motherfucking facts.
King Lowe's like, you're not black. You're not black. You can't be black. You're probably biracial, but you're not black.
Oh, you said King Lowe's was going at her ass, like dissing her.
I don't know, bro. I remember him being like, bro, like, what makes you choose black? He was asking a lot of biracial people that.
Oh, okay. I remember that. That asked.
And a lot of them seemed like they was just gonna pick up the staff of being biracial. They're like, well, shoot, I'm not gonna pick no sides. But some was like, no, I got rejected by one side, so I'm going to the other side.
Okay,
It's like, oh, you tolerating that side. You don't even really route with that side. That's the side that likes you the most.
So this is how much they charging me right now, Empress, to buy some Bitcoin. That's Empress.
Oh, gosh. Guys, they are charging $69K on here. This y'all only at $63K. These niggas from 69.
Yo! You trading on the futures market, my boy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Be careful with this futures market. That's all I'm telling y'all. I'm not saying don't invest in it because, like I said, it also negates risk too. Low risk, low reward ass niggas. That's all I'm saying, bro. There's nothing bad about it. It's bad. It's bad because you're gonna underperform.
I think it's like for somebody with a lot of money and no time. So you can grow like 0.5% and make like $2 million. Yeah, that was nice.
Man, the sad thing about being in this shit is, nigga, you down a lot. With $2 million in your
I'm
bag.
I'm telling you, they come back and like, that was nice.
You down $200,000 every time that bit fall a number. Nigga, if you got $2 million on the play, bro, you know how much weight that is? That's like putting 10. That's like putting 20. That's like putting $20 on the play.
They stay far away from it. They don't come back till they hear all the retail people.
That's like
happy about some shit. All right, we're in a better space.
Hey, shibbers are here. Yo, they be really using y'all to invest, bro. That's why I be trying to tell you. I need to be safer, Empress. I want you to. Hold on. You need a phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to find a charger. You got a charger over there by you? No, you don't. Nah, do your thing. I'm saying I got a charger, but I don't have no spot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you got a spot over there, I'll spot trade you. But all right, so I'm gonna wait for Empress to come back up to see. She's about to finish running through this. Entire crypto market cap surges to 2.5 trillion as 10K BTC were sold on OKEX. So this is another one I wanted the Empress to read.
OKEX?
I know Empress. Oh, this is another exchange.
Did you read it right here? Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at this.
Mm-hmm. But it's where you at on this one right here? Exactly. I use this tool sometimes.
You app?
Yeah. This nigga right here. Nah, that's a good tool though. That's a good tool. You joking.
Dang, bro. So wait, you started on the 12th?
It started on our first Black Wall Street Bets.
No, I'm talking about that.
Oh, you doing something totally different right now in the cast. Man, shout out to Empress, bro.
Yo, these conspiracies, yeah.
You got to fire Empress ass, bro.
All right, so what we at? The October 6th? All right, no. All right, the October 6th purchase of 1.6 billion worth of Bitcoin using USDT happened on an exchange with ties to China in the middle of a week of severe uncertainty in the country as several real estate borrowers were defaulting on loan payments.
No, because for sure you didn't read this though, Empress.
I did not.
Yeah, I just told you about the VWAP and you made fun of it and just kept going. Bro.
No, because I seen you down here.
My bad, bro. No, it's my fault.
All right. When the OTC market, which is over the counter, correct? Cannot source more Bitcoin, traders could turn to exchanges for new supply. But as independent analyst Willie Wu told CoinDesk, OTC Desk usually outsource Bitcoin through algorithmic trading programs with tools including volume weighted average price, VWAP, to break down the order into positions across all exchanges. It is unlikely that an OTC desk could
Man, make sure y'all send them donations in. But right now, look,
donations.
Right now, nigga, I'm supposed to have a motherfucking sound bar, nigga, where a WAP machine come on or something, bro. Goddamn, a little.
Oh, that's the word.
A little logo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You a bullshitter, bro.
WAP.
You a bullshitter. Nah, that's why I like your time.
All right.
Be WAP.
I was thinking about nigga WAP. WAP is crosses the hell with that OTC price. But anyways,
with that weighted average. Because you know about weighted average because you was in school and you was good at grades. So you know about weighted averages.
Yeah, weighted averages are amazing for getting into places that you don't belong. That's about it. Alrighty, guys. It is unlikely that an OTC desk would conduct a large transaction at once on one exchange and cause a significant price movement. And I'm always telling Professor Ras Natty this, like, these brothers can't get away. Because if they do this, you know how nigga gonna look at them? They're gonna be look at this bitch ass whale. You don't do it as a whale. It's inappropriate. But they've been doing it.
No, they're never doing it.
So who just bought all that?
That's what I'm telling you. That's only one case. That's what I'm saying. It's so rare that once anything happened, and like even we're still not even sure what happened.
No. This Willie Wu. This got to be the other Asian breast homeboy that we was looking at on Twitter.
Hey, Willie Wu know everything.
Yeah, and Willie Wu's probably been watching them. He's analyzing. He's like, hold on, bro. Every time this...
We follow Willie Wu on Twitter right now. Willie Wu always, like, you can go right now on our Twitter. We follow Willie Wu. Willie Wu got his own ideas, too, bro. Willie Wu is just like another skeptic, just like other
So, like, is Willie Wu is he watching the OTC the whole time?
Willie Wu ain't watching nothing the whole time. Go to Willie Wu right now, bro. Willie Wu is like, he a prediction type of nigga, too. Man, babe, you don't remember Willie Wu, man? Let me pull Willie Wu up real quick. Man, we fuck with Willie Wu, babe. But who you were saying he was like John?
No, the other one.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
The nigga that went in the line too much. No, don't size Willie Wu like that. But some people in the crypto market look at Willie Wu like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But he wasn't even lying, babe.
No,
he just wasn't. Matter of fact, he made a speculation that was incorrect.
Yeah, he was wrong as fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure. That now when he came out with a little bit of truth.
Matter of fact, we didn't even follow him. But a lot of people in the crypto market don't really like. Let me say this clearly: Willie Wu is a respected person throughout the crypto market, but there's a lot of people like investors and people that like try to teach people that don't really got a lot of. Willie Wu got more respect than the other person that Empress talking about. Empress talking about one dude, nigga, that nobody in the crypto market respect. He got some predictions that be wild. Yo, we got to get wrong prediction motherfuckers the fuck out of here faster than y'all think, bro. Because they damaging.
Everybody that said Ethereum was gonna flip.
Yo, the flipping and niggas need to go. Flipping and guys gotta go, bro. Y'all put a lot of people in bad position. Instead of telling them that, yo, the market go as BTC go. If you want Ethereum to ever even think about flipping BTC, you got to keep BTC dominant. It's like, bro, that's counterproductive. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how the shit works. When I tell y'all that if y'all want equality, it has to start with inequality. That's how it works. right? So you say, yo, man strong, woman weak. You say, yo, man, you have to be weak, woman has to be strong. You start with inequality and you end up with equality. Now you have two weak classes. You don't make nobody stronger. That's why I'm not a fan of inequality being used to make equality. I'm only a fan of motherfuckers having strong suits and weak suits. And it's like, yo, that's your weak suit? Boom, pull her up. That's your strong suit. Yo, pull him up. You feel me? That's the type of person I am. I'm real simple with this leverage shit. I'm not buying futures contract. Just think about what I just told y'all. You buying some shit that a nigga in thought of. And he was like, yo, I think it's going to be this price. I'm not rocking with you, bro.
Just like a new indicator.
What that is? Oh, Willie Woo got a new indicator?
No, but he's telling you about how just those smears can give you resistance indicators that look like some type of indication.
Well, he did this with a pencil.
Allegedly. It might be a CGI software. But yeah, all right. So the October 6th, this is where I read it. Purchase of 1.6 billion worth Bitcoin using USDT happened on an exchange with ties to China in the middle of a week of severe uncertainty in the country as several real estate borrowers were defaulting on loan payments. They're talking about in China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. However, as China doubled down on its ban on crypto trading, and the most popular bull narrative appears to be the hype around the SEC's approval of a Bitcoin futures-based ETF. Some argue that the seemingly strange move on Binance had less to do with China's crypto investors. Binance does not simply represent the market in Asia now, said Alex Zhu, vice president of Singapore-based crypto wallet company Kobo. It's hard to make the connection between Asia and the recent price rally. The reason that the abnormal activity took place on Binance in particular could be that Binance's BTC USDT trading pair is highly liquid, according to Zhu. He added that whales in Asia do not appear to be in a rush to dump their USDT after a story on Bloomberg indicated that the reserves of Tether holdings, the company behind USDT, included billions of dollars of short-term loans. Oh gosh!
No, but babe, this could be FUD also, though. So that's why a lot of the people.
Oh, that's why I have quotes around it, possibly.
Yeah, why a lot of people ain't really react to the news. Like, hey, fuck y'all talking about some whole shit.
Billions of dollars of short-term loans to large Chinese companies.
No, but that's still a thing, though. So we got to still keep that in mind. That can be possible, too, though. That's why we don't fuck with Tether that much. But also, we got to keep, we got to let the people know, because people may be hearing this and saying, oh, why they not using dollars or something? You can't trade dollars.
So this money has like two negative signs.
You can't trade dollars on Binance. So with them using USDT is basically like them trading dollars. That's the only way. If you're in America or like wherever you at, you have to use this shit to, you know. And maybe you probably saying, yo, if they in China, if they in Great Britain, why they not using the Great Britain pound? I'm pretty sure they could use that. I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say nothing about nobody, but I think a lot of people that's using it ain't probably over there. So I think they have to use the USDT, nigga. That's the only thing that you possibly have to use. And that's why the brother Lamar was saying there is people that's actually trading their BTC for these other shit coins. So like that's how a lot of these shit coins are being bought. When you go in a lot of these exchanges, right? You look, me and Empress just showed y'all InstaCoin. Right? You go on InstaCoin, you buy some BTC for 69K. Then you take the 69K, or because the thing is, you don't care about what you bought the BTC at because you don't value it. And that's what I'm saying. So even when people see it and they say, yo, this person just sold his BTC for this, it's like, no, I didn't sell my BTC for that. I just bought some shit that I needed.
You'll see a wick at 69K. Like, bro, who sold up there? That nigga ate. Nah, he got his money right back.
Yo, that nigga ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Yo, what does them niggas consider that? If them niggas open a counter, bro, we gotta figure out if any of these data's fucking the data up, bro. Cause InstaCoin is charging. Like, bro, do you think that's even legal for me to even say that they doing that? But look, babe, these are the people that's on Binance. The people that's on Binance are on Hugo's Way because Hugo's Way isn't legal over here. So people shouldn't be using that website over here. Right? So those bros using that over there. And they on InstaCoin over there. So maybe it makes sense to them. They're like, what you talking about, dude? 69K? It's 75K on the exchange. It's 75K on the exchange, guy. What are you talking about?
Starting at 100K. It's 28.
They market so different over there. Think about it. They said Canada was already ahead of the ETF space. That's why.
Future.
Man, nigga.
Alrighty. Last week's news that Bitfinex or Bitfinex.
Nah.
And Tether.
The way you said it was nice, but keep on going.
And Tether settled charges with U.S. regulators for a more than $42 million fine. Is even seen as bullish to many large USD holders. Zeus said as it removes. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. James Check, an analyst from blockchain data firm Glassnode, suggested that the largest rally is purely caused by more Bitcoin demand than supply. I'm not really ever focused on which venue the buying occurs because I simply don't think it is useful information, he said. Perhaps there was a shortage of Bitcoin, Kaiko Medley said. As always, it is difficult to prove, but it could explain the dramatic rise.
And that's what we're telling you, right? Is that they're just... I call it. I don't know what they call it in the Bitcoin world. Like I said, me and Empress, we like Eddie Bravo in this space, right? Maybe a lot of niggas might hate us, but Eddie Bravo came in the space with a lot of new shit. His bros was the best bros though, but a lot of people they probably was already in the space and they were like, "Yo, I don't like the way they doing it," because Eddie Bravo wasn't. I guess he wasn't like them. They wore the gi and they like it's weird. And Eddie Bravo was like, "Bro, I'm chilling, dude. I smoke weed." Dude, you smoking weed. You remember? So they had a whole little thing, and I feel like that's how me and Empress coming into space, right? We kind of shaking it up. We kind of shaking the space up, right? You know, a lot of people probably like, man, damn, these niggas space shakers. But don't worry about that, right? Because like I always tell everybody, bro, if one party win, we all win, bro. So don't never be even so confused that you like, bro, why they shaking the space like that? Like I said, especially us. It's weird with us because we just simply in the space to make sure everybody get it. Like I don't even know what else to tell you. Like it ain't you think we in this space to make sure you get it. It's shit like motherfucking LO. It's like this like a shawty low type of fucking fire, bro. Where's Empress with the keyboard when you need her? I remember Empress giving me the keyboard. Yes, right here. I remember Empress giving me. Man, make sure y'all go check that BLK Wallstreet Bets out, bro. We live right now. And I'm waiting for Empress to come back, but like I said, I was reading it slightly a little bit earlier when I was saying the entire crypto market cap surged to 2.5 trillion as 10K BTC were sold on OKEX. Right, and these are super interesting to me because like Empress always got this outlook, right? Empress always she's really conspiratorial. She's super conspiratorial about a lot of stuff. So I like getting Empress out. Empress come in like she come in like a bull in a china shop. Shout out to Empress, bro. Empress is a fucking legend. Yeah. Empress legend, bro. She do a thing. She always on her own wave. She always inventing new shit. The other day she had just showed me some new shit. She always got new stuff up her sleeve. It's like a sleeve of like it's like a magician sleeve. Like you know how magicians start pulling out a bunch of shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck when you gonna start pulling out cords? Nigga pull out cords longer than his body. It's like, bro, you had that shit wrapped up in your shirt the whole time. You tripping, my boy. That's Empress. Yeah, that's Empress for sure, bro. You best Empress, bro. Alright. Yo, that's super weird. That's super weird because I had stuff set up in a certain category, but I'm not even going to trip because this is the same shit. And the reason why this is the same thing, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to prelude to this for the next cast. All right, I'm just going to continue to talk about the hedge. Oh, all right. I could just go to history. I don't know if I was randomly watching it on a different John. I was just telling the people about you and telling the people that you're a real deal conspiratorial.
It's all theories, guys.
I told them that every time I be pulling up Johns, it'd be super interesting to me to get your take on it because I know how conspiratorial you is. You know, I pull up this OKEX John. I'm like, bro, y'all got your Empress to come here. Like, what?
Did you mention anything about the OTC?
Nah, but what they did say was that this right here, and I know that right there spike your interest.
Entire crypto market cap surges to 2.5 trillion as 10K BTC were sold.
Fucked your whole speech up. You don't know what you read.
What does that mean? They were sold? When did they make the price go down?
All right, first of all, there's two ways to look at it, right? First way I'm looking at it is the fact that, like, the first time I looked at it, I was like, nigga, a 10K Bitcoin was sold. Who the fuck did some stupid shit like that? Sold this Bitcoin for 10K. But then I was like, oh, goddamn, 10,000 worth of Bitcoin were sold on one exchange. That's not normal. Right? And the funny thing about that is the reason why that number is funny and the reason why I'm saying conspiratorial. Last night me and Empress was talking and I was like, Empress, what you think the average candle size is? And she said 10K and I was like, babe, I think you're listening to me wrong. Right? And then once I explained to her, she's like, oh, all right. And I was like, yeah, you're listening to me wrong. But right now, this is not a 10K candle, right? Because we was talking about a candle, but this is over the time of the day. So from market open to market close, $10,000 worth of Bitcoin was sold.
No.
I was telling Empress, what?
$10,000 worth?
$10,000 worth. But you saying 10,000 Bitcoins were sold?
Yes.
Man, read this shit.
10K BTC.
Read this shit right.
Entire crypto market cap.
No. The world's crypto market
capitalization is currently up by 2.5 trillion.
Okay.
Over 10,000 BTC were sold on OKEX amid the crypto market cap surge.
Right? So that's another double down smack to me. Right? Because I'm saying $10,000 worth of BTC.
No, 10,000 times 60K. 64K, whatever it's at right now.
But we know who bought those.
Who?
Futures contract, Empress.
Wait, what? Where is this at?
This is a China exchange that they just spoke about.
They're allowed to do that?
I'm just saying, where would you buy your BTC from? Right. I just said that ProShares is they're not actually asset based. They're contract based. They're futures based, right? So I bought 10,000 Bitcoins on motherfucking this John. So I have 10,000 Bitcoins to sell at whatever price that I bought it at. 59K, 58K. Now when I sell it to you, I'm selling it to you at 64K, 65K, 69K. So that's what I'm thinking. Immediately I started thinking about, oh snap, maybe ProShares bought a bunch of them. Right? Because you have to get Bitcoin under contract. So You don't have to technically buy 10,000K, but you get 10,000K on the contract. So you technically bought them, nigga. They under contract. Right? And that will coincide with what's going on as far as with the ProShares, right? That'll coincide with, because if you're an ETF, you will have to go and buy these assets. So with 10,000, because you got to think about it, that's not normal. That's not normal on the exchange.
And like, when did this happen?
This had to be today. What are you talking about? Or a couple of days leading up to it. This is all for the ProShares, nigga, if I read it right. Like I said, they didn't say nothing about ProShares, but just me just being like, yo, why the fuck?
17 hours ago.
This is 19, so this was today. I'm just saying for sure.
Or yesterday.
8:30 a.m. Yesterday, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. So today, fuck you talking about this Taco Tuesday.
The digital finance world is experiencing a mix of reactions these days. However, it is worth mentioning that as of today, the global crypto market index has seen an upward surge of 2.5 trillion since the start of this year. The crypto market has risen by 233%.
Do you see that? Now, compare that to a lot of you guys that's trading Forex and stuff like that. I'm not here to knock y'all, right? But even the little time that I was trading Forex just to kind of get an understanding of what everybody was doing, I was trading gold more so. I was trading silver more so. I don't even trade silver because silver's whack. Silver move like Forex. Like, I'm volatility based, right? Because like I was telling Empress hedges is for beginners. So even when Empress was like, man, hedges sound kind of difficult, babe, they shouldn't be doing. I'm like, nah, they need to learn this. Like, the most difficult thing is what they need to have as their motherfucking like safe space, right? Whenever things get too overwhelming, that should be a safe space, a hedge. All you know is, yo, I know that I'm invested over here into this, right? So either you invest into the dollar or you invest in the Bitcoin. And you could literally do it through the Forex market. If you one of them motherfuckers, you say, yo, I'm just going to go to the Forex market and buy me the dollar or buy me Bitcoin, right? Maybe it might fuck you up because leverage, but if you want legal leverage, it's only 10 times. That ain't really going to knock your head off if you got, you put $250 in there, put $500 in there, 10x leverage ain't going to do nothing to you. So, just kind of figure out the way to hedge against things, but you got to make sure you hedge, bro. That's the key in this market, right? Hedging is the key because there's whales. Nobody can stop the whales, bro. And that's what that's the last thing that we're going to talk about when we get to this NBA situation. But let's finish this off right here with these bros right here.
Okay. In fact, the monumental increase in the crypto market cap value is quite a welcoming gesture that every crypto advocate hopes to see. Adding more to this, the trading volume of BTC/USDT pairs has also increased drastically to over 10,000 BTC sold today on the OKEX exchange. To note, one of the on-chain analytics firms, Wu Blockchain, gave the BTC USDT announcement today. Specifically, Wu Blockchain cited that the BTC USDT trading volume statistic directly from TradingView.
So that's where they got their little John on.
Also, it mentioned that they seem to be sensing another pending 14K BTC sell order still in the OKEX exchange. A few minutes after disclosing this, the latter then said the pending order got away by the buy order that was also in BTC USDT. What does that mean?
Okay, run that back by me. The pending order.
The latter then said the pending order got away by the buy order that was also in BTC USDT.
Alright, so we reading this milestone could be achieved. Alright, so you up there, okay. Blah. A few minutes after disclosing this, the latter then said the pending order got away. Alright, so the $14,000 BTC sell got away. Right?
So it went up.
It got away by the buy order that was also in BTC. Yeah. So somebody bought it. Right. So
in the same breath, Bitcoin Magazine also tweeted that the 38 billion Grayscale Bitcoin Trust will soon be converted into ETF. This milestone would be achieved as the proposals failed to approve Bitcoin's future exchange-traded fund is yet to be accepted.
I said these people, they're buying all these Bitcoin because they need it on the books. But it's weird, right, Empress? Because for sure, I don't think that this ETF niggas really need it because they're not even selling Bitcoin. They're not even saying they selling Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't think it's ETF first. I think this is all niggas in Austria.
Man, I don't know, bro. I can't be like, it can't be nobody besides some ETF niggas. Who the fuck got so much money to buy so much Bitcoin? Nobody but niggas in fucking in the ETF, bro. Because it's just like Netflix. Because that's what we about to talk about next. Away. Wow, Empress. You see that John, that YouTube that I got down here? Pull it up on your screen because I'm gonna go through this and I want you to play the net. No, it's right here. It's the YouTube right here. It's already here. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Wow, copy that, boy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, bro. Like, when I say I love Empress, Empress, she's smooth, right? She's a smooth gal, causing a lot of arguments.
Just getting to know my husband.
What you know about me?
That you're not as sinister as I think you are.
You don't know nothing about me, bro.
I just want you to be so much cooler than you are.
You want
me?
A
regular average Joe Schmo.
You want me to be weirder than I am?
You weird.
Mm-hmm. You want me to be out of the box?
From the beginning.
Out of the box. You remember that song? Hey, you remember that they changed the song? They had changed it one time. Yeah, the super old one is the one I used to always hear in Jamaica. When I came to America, they had like a slightly different one. Same vibe, same brother dreads.
Out of the box, Bridget.
I love out of the box. Man, no, they never said Bridget. The fuck? You true, bitch. You bugging, man.
Well, the NBA kicks off its 75th season.
75th season. They're trying to figure out who the 75th best person. Nah, they got a list that just went out by the 75 best NBA players. I'm sure it's their 75th anniversary.
They really said they hope.
Tonight, the league is returning to its regular 82-game format for the first time in 2 years. Commissioner Adam Silver projecting $10 billion in revenue ahead of.
Bam. So Empress, you seen something super early that caught your attention. What caught your attention?
Changes his mind?
What you mean?
Hopeful?
What you did? That's weird to you.
Boy, if you don't. That's how I feel about that.
Right? That's the same way I felt. Right? So that's why I'm speaking about hedging tonight. I tell you, that's why this whole cast is just surrounded about hedging.
They might as well say, I hope you get it.
Bro, when I say this whole cast is surrounded around hedging, because we really got to understand this shit, bro, to a different level now, right? We have to figure out the completion of hedging. Does it make sense to completely dedicate your life to basketball, to having one skill, so much so that people start saying that they hope that you come to your senses? Literally, like Empress, think about it. There's actual research out there that, natural immunity is better. This is that. This is causing this. This is doing that. Nice. And there are still people looking at you as if you don't even know what's going on. This nigga got his head buried.
He's obviously buried in the sand somewhere in the backwoods.
He don't know anything about the benefits of this. It's like, bro, no, I'm listening to the news, bro. What are you talking about? Like, I heard that 2 FDA people walked away. Like, I'm just,
like,
the fuck?
The outrage for us is just like, what are they tripping about? Like, they just saying they hope he change his mind. But it's like, bro, if we were back in the days and we were like in slave times, maybe this would be normal. But to hear this right here, right now in 2021, where other sane humans, doctors, nurses are saying we are good on that. For you to fix your mouth and be like, we hope he changes his mind, It's like I hope that nigger slave changes mind.
The one
we need that nigger.
Empress,
like that's exactly what it sounds like.
Not to mention the 1% of the athletic population, which is the most healthy population that we could imagine that we have.
They were saying that the freaking I don't even want to mention that stuff, but they were saying the myocarditis was prevalent
in athletes.
I spoke to Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum earlier today and started the conversation by talking about how much the NBA's business has returned to pre-pandemic levels. Take a listen.
We're all learning to live in this new normal. I will tell you that our revenues this year, the projected $10 billion, will be greater and the greatest amount of revenues that we've ever had. So from a revenue standpoint, we're seeing tremendous rebound and growth from our previous record high, and we're optimistic that we'll be able to get there. I think a big part of that is obviously welcoming our fans back into all 30 arenas for the start of this season. Last season, 29 of our teams welcomed fans into the building towards the end of the season, but this year we're going to be able to tip off the season with all 30 teams having NBA fans in the building.
And the 75th anniversary. I mean, how's the league? How are things going to look different as you mark that anniversary?
We're so excited about celebrating the NBA's 75th anniversary season. You may have seen we launched a new campaign called NBA Lane, which features more than 30 current and former players talking about and showing the history of the NBA over that time. We're going to be announcing a NBA 75 team of the 75 greatest players to play in the NBA, a blue ribbon panel of experts, of media experts, and current and former players and coaches and general managers and team executives have voted on who the 75 greatest players are in the NBA to ever play the game. And we will be rolling out those players starting tonight on TNT and then on ESPN. Over the next 3 days, we'll roll out those players. So there's been a lot of excitement and debate over who should be on that list and who's not on that list. So fans are going to get very excited about that as well.
Certainly vaccines have been in focus in the run up to the season. Where do the percentage stand right now in terms of the number of players that are vaccinated?
Akiko, we're very encouraged. 96% of our players are going to be vaccinated on opening night. And as you know, there's about 79% of adults in America have had one vaccine. So we're at 96% of players that are vaccinated.
Obviously, the league has not mandated vaccines for players. I know that's a conversation the league had with the Players Association. Right now, we're just talking about New York and San Francisco, where that runs directly in conflict with the cities. But we could see an expansion of the mandates as cities revisit this issue. What's the thinking within the league about this conversation throughout the season? Could you potentially revisit the conversation again to see, in fact, the league may go about, or to see how the league wants to mandate this?
Well, Akiko, it's no secret. I mean, our preference would be that everyone be vaccinated with the safe and effective vaccine. And so that was our preference. We would prefer that all of our players were mandated, but we are encouraged again that 96% of our players have chosen to be vaccinated. And so we think that as time goes on and more players understand the health benefits and the safety benefits of it, of keeping themselves and their families and their loved ones safe, that they will also go ahead and decide to take the vaccine. So that's certainly our preference, but we are encouraged that 96% of our players have decided to go ahead and get the vaccine.
What do you tell players like Kyrie Irving who are still holding out?
Well, I'm hopeful that at some point Kyrie does change his mind, and it is his decision, and there are obviously consequences to that decision, but we're hopeful that he will continue to get the information that he needs so that he feels safe and comfortable, taking the vaccine for him and for his family.
You've obviously got a huge footprint internationally. We've seen more and more international players come into the league. There's still questions around China, and I wonder where the conversations stand in terms of resuming the games on CCTV.
Yeah, I will tell you, there is no shortage of games that are available to our hundreds of millions of fans in China. And through our relationship with Tencent, through our relationships with regional sports networks, with China Mobile, our fans have every single game available to them, and they've been consuming it. We saw interest and viewership at the end of last season continue to grow, and we expect the same to take place again this year. And so we're really serving the needs of our fans by making our games widely available in China, and they're consuming it in record numbers.
Let's talk about the viewing experience, because I know the commissioner recently talked about the need to customize the viewing experience, especially for a younger demographic who don't necessarily have cable TV. They're not consuming the game in the same way that, for example, I am. What's the conversation within the league about potentially launching a streaming service? There's been rumors about you talking to other leagues like the MLB, like the NHL. What are you considering when you think about how this experience has evolved for fans?
Yeah, there's no doubt that the landscape of media and how fans and consumers are consuming content is changing and evolving. We've got great relationships with our current partners of Disney and AT&T through ESPN, ABC, and TNT. And we continue to have conversations with them about how to make sure that our games and our NBA programming and content is available to a wide swath of customers and our fans around the world. And so going digital is one of those things that we have been doing. We have a League Pass product right now that is available around the world where all fans can get access to every single NBA game that is broadcast. And so we'll continue to serve the needs of the fans and make sure that we are delivering content to them however they want it and wherever they want to consume it.
Is a potential local sports streaming package still on the table? Is that in discussion too?
I think we have a wide network of regional sports networks that we work with. All of our teams have those relationships and partnerships. And so we continue to have conversations with the RSNs, with our national partners, and looking at all different models of how we, again, with the main focus being, how do we get our content to our fans in the way that they want to consume it and how they're consuming content today.
All right, so when I heard him saying that, right, immediately when I heard him saying that, I think solution. I'm like, yo, they're trying to mandate vaccines.
They're sneaky.
Right, so because you hear this dude and he's hell bent on saying, yo, I'm glad he doing what he doing, but he need to get his mind right. Like right now, he's not thinking straight is almost what he's saying. So you have to find some way to head. So I was like, yo.
The man says, I'm glad. He needs to get the information. In other words, he's saying that he's misinformed right now. The misinformation has taken him over. So now he needs to be cleared up.
So I immediately was trying to figure out, are any of these Johns publicly traded? You know me, I'm into investments, I'm into stocks, I'm into making changes, actual interchanges. So now, Empress, can you read this for me a little bit? My bad, y'all.
How to invest publicly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How to invest in publicly traded professional sports teams.
All right, that's not it right here. Let's talk about right here.
Domestically, there are limited options for publicly traded sports teams. The National Football League, which is the NFL, doesn't have any teams that are owned by publicly traded corporations. However, the National Hockey League, NHL, the National Basketball Association, NBA, and Major League Baseball, MLB, have a few options.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden Sports Corporation, MSGS, on the New York Stock Exchange owns the New York Rangers, which is an NHL team, and New York Knicks, NBA team. Meanwhile, BCE Incorporated is a telecommunications company that primarily owns the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Despite being from Canada, both of the teams play in the NHL. BCE also owns the Toronto Raptors NBA team. Liberty Media Corporation, Botrick on the NASDAQ owns the Atlanta Braves, which is an MLB team. Rogers Communications Incorporated, RCI, on the New York Stock Exchange owns the Toronto Blue Jays, which is an MLB team. Across the pond, Manchester United PLC actually trades on the New York Stock Exchange using the ticker symbol MANU, MANU. You can find numerous international teams from the English Premier League on the OTC markets, including Juventus FC. Ticker is JVTSF, which is a soccer club more commonly known as Juve. Why U.S. sports teams aren't publicly traded? Here's a good one. Given the recent surge in NBA franchise valuations, should top players like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry, he's definitely a Stephen, babe. Now I'm thinking about it. So much more fitting. Stephen Curry be able to negotiate an equity stake versus cash. What do you think? There's a key reason why.
All right, let's stay right there though. Talking about hedging.
Okay.
Imagine if Kyrie Irving was like one of the major stakeholders. Like, imagine if he had any equity in the NBA. Would they be able to continuously do this type of hogwash to him?
Stock will plummet.
He don't have no equity in the company, right? Or if he did have equity in the company, he could be like, yo, you know what? I'm selling this. I'm selling my 15%. Fuck niggas, y'all pushing all this pressure. I'm not on that. But he don't have no equity, so he got to negotiate and try to figure out. You feel me? But
he can't even, like, what does he negotiate? What he got?
He can't negotiate shit because he's under a contract, nigga. He's a fucking.
He got
employee.
injured last year.
Nah, it ain't about injury. It's about employee, because it's like, if it's really about negotiation, he can negotiate shit till he die. Right, nigga, I'm this top point guard. I did this in this place. I got an NBA championship. His negotiation bars. Oh yeah, but everybody injured.
I ain't see you do that since 2 years ago.
It's the NBA. It's the NBA. And last year when he was just playing, we were just talking about how amazing he was.
Oh, so amazing! Kyrie. I'm gonna miss you this season, bud.
We was just talking about God.
We had a whole stake in you just now, bro. Like,
nigga, we were talking.
Bucks, you done next year.
We was talking about how amazing he was after coming back from the Sage, and we were saying Kyrie saves the courts. Kyrie came out and killed everybody. Kyrie was killing him. Yo, but what you gotta understand is, bro, you gotta hedge against that, right? Because this cast is about hedging. Hedge. What the fuck, bro? How don't you have Kyrie Sage bundles?
Ooh.
How don't you have any of these bro? But maybe it's just like college. When I was in college, I tell you can't work.
Busy bees.
So he has to. No, we're not about busy bees. You can't work.
I'm saying like your schedule to be.
But even if you wanted to, even if your schedule was super hard and you was like, you know what, fuck that, I'm staying up at night to do it. You couldn't even do it because they make it illegal for you to do it.
Yeah, they tell you into. Ooh, that's my next one. But yeah, I was just talking about like selling your soul. It's just like you go from like, you know, people think of it in a literal way of like this blood sacrifice type of thing, when in reality it's blood, sweat, tears, and everybody knows that analogy as far as like you cry, like every emotion is experienced in a situation. And with selling your soul, like you go from living this organic lifestyle to this, not even lifestyle, life design, because ultimately you're the creator of this life until this you know, genetically modified lifestyle where it's like this preset that doesn't fit your personal soul, you know, design. And that's why you get a lot of people that kind of lose it and, you know, lose themselves in just that whole situation because it's just so overwhelming to like the soul.
In the music. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. As far as like, they tell you where you can lay. You can't stay in any place you want to stay in. They tell you where you can go. They tell you what you can do, what you can't do. So you can't go skiing and, you know, ride a motorcycle. You know, the pursuit of happiness is kind of restricted for you as a person that, you know, is a part of the industry. And that's where that whole idiom of selling your soul comes from is, you know, your family members, your friends, and, you know, the people that you've grown up with see you go from being like this child that was, freely roaming the world to like this person that is like, set in this preset of a lifestyle that you kind of have to, abide by.
And you got to think about it, because even in equity, those things come at a premium, right? Like as an adult, you still don't want to get caught doing stuff public. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen a lot of adults that say they grown and people hide. No, it's just respect. You just keep those things in your personal life. Mm-hmm. Nobody's personal life need to be. Oh yeah,
and that's the main thing, is because the majority are still doing things that they did as children and into their young adult life. They haven't matured and been like, okay, I might need to do a little bit more than this, find my purpose, so on and so forth. So when they see you doing it, it's almost an anomaly and a rarity. And it's like, no, it's just I've allowed those things to be put away into a treasure box, and I'm done with those. I'm moving on to other things. I've taken other things out of the treasure box that I see it way more resourceful and more efficient to, a healthy, happy life. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And then another thing, what I was saying, as far as we're getting equity in a company, like I said, like me and Empress, like I said, we always sit back and we talk about different things, but like even when it comes to somebody trying to get you to mentor them or trying to get you to invest in their company, most angel investors, they want equity in your company. Mm-hmm. Right? Black people, we want money too much. Mm-hmm. We want to double shit up. Like niggas think about, if I can get 15% of your company for life, nigga, I'm good.
And that's what the older people understood. It's because they had those 401k style things. It's like, bro, I have equity in this. Like, if everything hits the fan, like I can still have some type of bounce back money. Whereas if you're just doing this entrepreneurial route or this self-employed route, that equity is not really there. It's like if a person decides that you can't drive anymore, what are you doing as a transportation person that's working as a self-employed human being?
Especially if you don't have it set up right, where I was telling you about as far as, the rich motherfuckers.
The IRAs and stuff?
IRAs and just different retirement type of plans.
Yeah, if you still confused about money, that stuff, you don't even know it exists.
As soon as you hear retirement, you start thinking some shit for when you retire, or
you start thinking about the Social Security and all that other stuff that you paid back in the 90s, and you in 2021, and you like, but you ain't working them jobs in a little minute.
Okay, so now let's find out why a lot of these companies aren't being publicly traded, right? Because I know why, right? Because the investors have control. Mm-hmm. Niggas don't want that, mm-hmm. Especially not if you were into like entertainment. Like even porn, imagine porn being publicly traded. A major stakeholder. He like, yo, I don't want to see nothing but this. What could you do? What could you do?
Complain.
Right. So now let's because besides that though, that's just you talking about on emotional aspect. Let's talk about like what people do for tax breaks. Let's go.
Okay. There's a key reason why executives of U.S. sports teams don't list the companies publicly. Doing so would prevent. Okay, hold on. Don't list the companies publicly. Doing so would prevent them from using their operating losses as a tax shield against earnings.
Stop that.
Because
operating losses.
Mm-hmm. That's expensive.
It's Empress already get it, right? Because
expenses.
Empress is in business, right? So say, yo, you're a podcaster. Your lights that you run during the podcast is operating loss. The laptops that you use that you had to go purchase is operating loss. But if you don't have any of that technically in your business because it's on the publicly traded, it's just, it has nothing to do with actually you. That's what me and Empress have been talking about the whole time. Like, you can have stuff on your book, but there's still stuff that you need to be able to protect yourself from tax codes, because taxes is that's why everybody see Trump and they say, yo, I'm doing all this good business and I'm doing this and then you get mad at Trump because he don't got nothing in his name, right? He don't got nothing in his name, and the shit that he got in his name, he ain't got no money on it really. So they can't really tax nothing too crazy. The revenue that he's bringing in is reasonable, so the taxes is reasonable for what that revenue is. You worrying about other plays that he in. So all these things that you're saying, these are just different tax motherfucking loopholes that they teach you about. That's why I was telling Empress earlier, like, we can get as much money as we want, bro. Until we get economically sound,
what are you doing?
Losing, bro. You losing because they're gonna take that money from you. The government, the niggas that don't know how to operate money, they're gonna take that money from you to put it to their motherfucking shit that they could do more investment. Because they don't know how to make money. They love giving money out. That's why I don't even know what people be thinking about the government. Government want to keep the money to themselves. No, they don't. They don't know how to use it. They're pointless with money, bro. They're like thumbs with no fucking fingers. They don't know how to use nothing, bro. Thumbs are amazing because a nigga with all fingers can't do nothing because the opposable thumbs is why we so amazing as humans. But if you had just opposable thumbs and no fucking fingers, you would be just as pointless as just, you feel me? So
that's why you need all 5 completion.
Completion is key, but go ahead, Empress. But we're basically done. But yeah, for the most part.
All right, because most sports teams operate at a loss, this is especially normal within the U.S. They want this protection.
Okay, and this also happens though, which is weird, and it's slightly counterproductive. But like with like Tesla, Tesla kind of operate at a loss right now because there's some things that trade on futures contract. See, the futures contract come back again, and that's hedging. So you can hedge against the present by investing into the future. Everything me and Empress talking about tonight is just hedging. So even against the present, you hedging against the present. Yo, bro, the present suck. I'm investing 4 years in advance. You invested into the future. So that means you hedged against the present. Or you could say, yo, the future suck. That's why they have different IRA setups where you can have one where you say, yo, I believe in the future. You can have one say, I believe in the present. Take taxes now or take taxes later. Whatever you may think, yo, shit gonna be bad then, shit gonna be bad. Hedge, bro. You don't never want to be so confident. You like, yo, I don't care about nobody's thoughts. I'm not changing none of my ideas.
Yeah, and don't think that's you being high and mighty and standing on your square. That's you being lazy.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want to do your due diligence is try to figure out like the ins and outs, and that's how you really get better, and that's how you do get on that status of Trump, where you find all these loopholes and understand these loopholes for what they are, versus just paying taxes and complaining about somebody else who's doing an amazing job studying and figuring things out.
Because look, there's artists, there's a lot of people, bro. They're not economically sound. They don't want to get money, right? Let's talk about the white boy Mike Posner. Mike Posner, he had a big song back in the day. I don't remember him, but when the song played, I'm like, damn, little Mike Posner. You remember the Mike Posner song?
I remember Mike Posner, but
you remember his name though?
Yeah, I don't remember that song. I remember the song Bow Chicka Wow Wow.
I never heard him before.
Bow Chicka Wow Wow, what you gonna say?
Cooler Than Me at 97 million. Okay, I took pill in Lisbon. Got 1.4 billion. Please Don't Go got 60 million. So to say anything, Mike Posner was giant. Right, he got some shit with Mike Posner was so big. He was so big, but what he did was the fame was overwhelming. Right, so he ran away because he didn't know how to handle. Nevertheless, this was the white boy. He was bigger than he was super big. Right, and if you hear his current story, he ran away from all that fame. You see him, he's a shaggy white boy, got a beard, got a funny hair now. And look at him right there. You see him white with haircut. You feel me? So you have to be, you gotta be ready for this shit also too, right? You gotta kind of know.
They started you early. You went to school. When you was in school, they always push the balance between academics and sports. Find that balance. You find that balance, you'll be good in life. You don't find that balance, When shit hits the fan, which it always does and never be because there's a thing called age.
Man, the whole time you were talking Empress, I thought you were saying finance balance, finance balance, finance balance. I'm like, Empress is on some shit right now, boy. Empress got it. Empress got the key to the game.
Entendre, don't even ask me how.
Finance balance. Finance balance, bro. That's what Empress is basically saying right now. Find that balance. Right? It's just finance balance. Right? You got to have the books balance. You got to be in the black at all time. That's why we only make black clothing with the gold. With the gold to represent royalty. This the Vegas gold, Empress, like Empress from Vegas.
All right, where I'm going.
You a true Westerner. Oh, you yeah.
Okay. Sports teams mainly earn revenue from television deals, stadium revenue, and merchandise. A lot of the earnings go toward income for players and higher ups. Executives want to minimize the taxation on this income. It's really a strategic play, which is consistent with the style of professional sports in general.
Okay, same thing. Now let's get back to what we've been teaching all day with hedging, right? So a lot of us, like even right now, right, Empress, we're on YouTube. People may come on here. People say, "Yo, T, I see y'all don't be showing y'all subs because we about to stop showing you how much subs we got. What take all you got all that stuff showing? Yeah, don't show none of that nonsense, right? Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to show y'all something new. Empress, you went to school for this though, right? This is in the same shit. This is the same
boat of management.
Yes, ma'am. Right. This is me having a product and you coming and being like, okay, so you got that product? All right, cool. I was thinking we could probably sell that product. We could probably license it to Walmart. What you think about licensing it to Walmart and giving them some special type of little deal? Okay, we're gonna do that right there. Cool. All right, what do you think about throwing an event? Yeah, we're gonna throw an event with all the Squid Games costumes because they think about like with Squid Games and with Netflix. Netflix, everybody was down on Netflix, and I'm like, bro, you gotta. Matter of fact, please go back and watch the cast. Just show y'all that I don't like acting like I make shit up. I say Netflix buys content at the beginning of the year. Everybody gets scared.
No, I gotta go find that video because I felt like you had that opposing sentiment. Or maybe you started off with opposing sentiment and ended it off like, nah, I just want to see where y'all was at with it.
What you mean? Run me down.
Because I just remember me saying like, I think that Netflix might need to pivot, but the fact that they're constantly trying to improve it with the shuffle and all that stuff, I can see some type of growth. Yeah, I want to go find that one.
Hey, look, I'm some brother that's not gonna sit back and knock Empress, but what I'm gonna guarantee and tell the fans when Empress find this shit,
I'm gonna put a card.
Is that I always tell the people one thing, because I've been telling niggas this shit since 2016. Netflix buys all its content at the beginning of the year and they're down. Their first 2 quarters are always bad. Their first 2 quarters has always historically been bad, right? So I've always expected Netflix to come on late. I still think Netflix is overvalued, right? I still think they're overvalued. I think the price should be a lot lower. I think there's other competing factors that can do things. But what's going to slow the growth down?
Disney Plus?
What's going to slow the growth down of those streaming platforms like a Disney Plus?
Working people?
Marvel, right? Disney Plus, when they did their whole shit, one of the main things that hit Netflix bad that had a lot of people even like me, so I could see where you seen that I was like, yo, Netflix is not the best buy. Netflix still not the best buy, but I'm just trying to say, like, Netflix being up doesn't surprise me, right? I always anticipate Netflix to purchase content at the beginning of the year, and throughout the year, they're going to release things. If you release shit every week, nigga, eventually you're going to have a blockbuster. I don't know what the fuck y'all think about content creation, right? But if you release something every week continuously, eventually you're going to have one, right? So that's Netflix whole little dichotomy. But with something like Disney Plus and all those bros, they immediately took their content from Netflix. Blah, Disney took all the Disney shit from Netflix. Yo, give me that. Netflix took a hard hit. They're like, yo, what should Netflix do? That's probably when you were saying all those things. And I was like, yeah, What is pushing Disney back and pushing Netflix forward is COVID. Disneyland is in Hollywood. It's in California, to be exact. I don't want to say Hollywood, but it's in that area that them Hollywood niggas go to it all the time. But nevertheless, Marvel is a studio. Disney got a lot. I mean, not Disney. Netflix is all virtual. All virtual. And it's virtual in a weird way. I create my own tour as far as in the comedy space, as far as me listening to a Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle and these different people, right? As far as in the comedy space, Netflix is sponsor a tour, but you can go whatever venue, whatever where you want to go.
Yeah, it's literally like a Toro or Airbnb. It's just like a Cash App. We have to put a name on it. We have to token a name for it because all of these people are like, I guess, millennial apps. They're reasonable, simple, minimalistic. Just like, bro, get that middleman shit out of here, bro.
See, and that's why you gotta love Empress, because what Empress did was jump into my next jump. But what I was just explaining right now, before I continue, the Disney Plus Marvel Studios, Empress, you gotta think about them people. They gotta do things in person, right? So Black Panther, that was supposed to come out in 2021, possibly come out in 2023. 2024 futures contracts. You feel me? Like, you see how they work? So like,
you don't want to get back.
But present day though, Empress, me and you can go buy those futures contract. We could look at Disney Plus and be like, yo, y'all niggas, y'all don't know what's going on right now, right? If y'all telling me Black Panther and all these stuff supposed to come out, it's delayed, right? It's delayed. So no longer 2021, 2022. But 2023, 2024, but more than likely 2023. And they may fuck around and surprise you 2022 because you don't know nothing about nothing, right? So it's futures contract. We're gambling. But right now, we can say that Disney is undervalued, right? Because what you got to think about with valuation is everything that's going on is put into it, right? So COVID is put into it. All of these different things is put into the valuation where they're like, yo, I'm not paying that for Disney right now. They don't have no studios. They can't really get their movies out fast enough. They don't really. First of all, Disney don't even have no new content. I don't know no new Disney movies that I wanted to watch. But you know new Disney movies that you fuck with? Disney got old shit. Oh, Disney. All right. So Soul. So. No. I'm talking about just anything new from as far as when me and you were adults. Because everything I can think about is good from Disney is when we was kids. The
Marvel stuff?
That was the golden ages. No, I'm saying that's Marvel. Okay. But I'm saying, like, what other original content does Disney have besides
they just did the
Marvel?
Lion King with Beyonce.
That's old. So that's just a remake.
Moana. Inside Out.
Okay. So 100% fact. Pixar. They bought Pixar, exactly. So that's what Disney does. And that's another thing. Hedge. Let's hedge against us not being the best creators. Let's get other creators. Empress, this whole cast is about hedging. I'm telling you, I don't think people understand how simple hedging is. Yo, I may not be the best creator. Let's go get this person. Let's go get this person. Let's go get 10 different people. We don't know who the fuck is gonna be the person.
It's literally like having CMOS and you have like 10 different pots with 10 different little like control variables.
Plain.
Cause you tested everything. You everybody lane testing shit, making sure it's like, oh, that lane was wrong as hell.
I ain't rocking with that one.
Yeah, you just throw the pot away. It's like, that's a bad batch.
Me and Empress always talk about lessons. There's nothing more important than those L's. Right, and we always like calling them L's because it's the shock factor for nigga being like, yo, I took an L today. Nigga be like, bro, look at you took an L. It's like, nah, I learned some shit earlier. Yeah, I was fixing the tire and I thought that I could just fix the tire without throwing my goddamn emergency brakes on, and I seen it roll back. So now I know why they throw the emergency brakes on. Goddamn. Right. It ain't the L that you thought it was. Yo, dude, how can you talk about basketball? But you had the example, bro, because you look crazy, bro. You look crazy. All right. I don't need all these markers. I'll be able to show it to you right here. See, I don't need all the markers, but I'm going to show Empress just right here on the screen because, like I said, this whole cast is about hedge, but me and Empress play sports, so we like to just make sure everything is just across the board. We don't want nobody to watch the shit and be like, they're talking about just straight stocks. Yeah, it's strictly about currency, but currency is everything. Currency is everything. So what, at 24 seconds, they say this is that? I think I need to close this tab out.
Paste?
It's down here. Can you see me in the damn, that's weird. Yeah, it's right here. Cut.
Like that.
Paste.
Hey, basketball coaches and players, today I'm going to
I got to get better at my paste and go game. Yeah, that's Empress shit. I don't really know about paste and go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So like at 46 seconds, I'm gonna go to though. I just want to show Empress the setup, right, and kind of how to.
Hey, basketball coaches and players.
So, about to go ahead in the video. Shout out to this brother though, but I don't know if this brother know a lot about hooping. But like he do nothing but motherfucking post moves. Like he from Indiana or some shit. Shout out to Indiana. Indiana is a real hoopers. Bunch of white boys though. Corn huskers.
Setting back screens.
Back pick the fuck out of you, corn huskers ass boy. But man, bro, why are you drawing? But I don't need you to put symbols on the screen, bro. What you're doing is messing us up. All right, but you see what's going on right now? You see the guy? All right. The guy in the white that I'm talking about, Empress, is the guy that the dude got a yellow marker by. Right? He's the one that knows the hedge. He's not hedging.
No.
Right? And the problem with him not hedging is, let me see if they're going to turn this goddamn.
It doesn't slow the dribble down.
Exactly. So now whatever happening to you happens to you. Right? If he scores, he's gonna score fat. Like it's nothing that I could do right now.
No man's land.
Okay. So this is what I was telling you. You got to fight over the screen. And like I said, if you got a good defender, this is what I was explaining to Empress as far as this is more so for people that's not good at trading.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm really confused right now. Because I'm like, bro, I know the screen doesn't hedge. So yes, the person that is guarding the person that's setting the screen is the hedger. So with that, if they're the hedger, okay, like they already know that screen's being set and they're not really a threat. So now they can kind of take their balance and use the peripheral for that defender that they were guarding. As long as he's still in the vision of sight, they can hedge now. And hedge pretty much means to guard pretty much his defender and the person that he just set the screen for that's coming around, which nevertheless slows the defender down to where you can either guard them and have it reverse the other way where you get the steal and you go score the other basket. And that's what hedging is about. Being able to see the reverse when the table turns, which is one of the 7 hermetic laws, and be able to go in the other direction.
See, and Empress, what you explained is an amazing hedge, right? Those are the hedges that I used to always do, right? I used to, but like those hedges could be bad, but like I used to, whenever those hedges turn out bad for me, I blame my teammate. But if my man set the screen, I step hard on top of it. Like I'm talking about, like you can't go nowhere. Like it's now like you're like but that's the thing.
You cut that defender off that's guarding you.
But
but what about the hedger?
He can't go nowhere. All three of us is stuck right here in a box.
So
because I hedge hard. Okay. Yeah, I hedge hard. So literally, you coming off the screen. So this is you. This is the man setting the screen, and you're about to come off of it. But I step all the way up.
Oh.
Yeah. So me and you meet each other right here. My man's supposed to come right behind you. My goal is to force you to turn around.
Yeah, and roll.
Because you already invested in it going up. I'm buying a sell to force you to be scared that I want it down here. You shouldn't even think about coming down here. So now you're going to turn back around and make me win over here, and I could just cut my loss. He's just going to cut my loss anyways, and I'm just going to keep winning up here. Every time you try to take advantage, because look, look, in basketball, this is what they say, pick your poison. That's what they call it in basketball. Somebody's gonna do something to you. What are you willing to live with? Right? Are you willing to live with me shooting a 3-pointer? Or are you willing to live with my big man doing a layup? Do you think I'm that good of a 3-point shooter?
It's definitely a pill you have to swallow.
That's the whole point of hedging. So you have to. And something is going to give.
Game of mentalness, because they say with the animal, if you do the death quick and fast, there's no release of any type of foreign chemical that wasn't there naturally. And that's the same thing with the mind. Like once you tell the mind, like this pill is poison, you become a victim of change. Whereas when you're like, it's a lesson. I took something from this. I gotta swallow this one, bro. Negative side, I gotta go get that back. You're already thinking about how to get it back. That's when it becomes a lesson. You move forward and you become a victor of change.
Empress, they tell you that in fighting. Right, they tell you that in fighting. They say once the fighter, and like there's some amazing coaches. Like when Muhammad Ali was fighting Sonny Liston had some shit on his gloves, and he threw it in Ali eyes. So for like 7 rounds, Ali was boxing with no eyes, nigga, just trying to duck him, pop. And he wanted to quit the whole time. And his coach kept on saying, bro, keep on going, nigga. Like the whole time, he like, bro, I can't see, nigga. What the fuck, bro? Take me out of the fight. And by the 8th, 9th round, he cleared up. And now it was a problem. Sonny Liston ended up quitting. He didn't even finish the fight because Ali cleared up. But think about that you cheated somebody and he wanted to quit, but his coach, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it work out, but most of the time they tell you that once your fighter gives up, you have to take him out because his mindset is already set on, I'm done. So like he's not gonna try, but sometimes you have a fighter that maybe what he can give, right? So you challenge him a little bit more, and you push him to the brink. So you have to find that balance. That's what you said. Find the balance.
You get that rainbow, and you know what that rainbow is? That's that diamond. Before the rainbow, bro, the storm is what the storm is, bro. You just work your way through the process and enjoy it.
You gotta find that balance, bro. Empress said that shit, and it really stuck out to me because I don't really think y'all really understand the importance of that, right? Like finding the actual balance. Where that's what we keep on talking about with the hedge. As far as like what I was telling Empress, like I hedge hard, so you have to know your teammate. Be like, yo, he's a good defender. Where he's gonna come hard behind me, and it's just 2 people with 1 person clamped into the middle. But maybe you may have that one defender that he ain't coming hard. And this dude made both of y'all look bad because he he split the double team on y'all lap. You feel me? Both of y'all run into each other. That happens too in basketball. You feel me? You niggas hedge and the big man and the guard run into each other. And
you had your post player look like he doing a movie screen.
I'm talking about wide open dunk for somebody or a wide open 3. Both of y'all looking bad. So right. So you have to know your weaknesses also. So you have to know why you hedging. You can't just be hedging for the fuck of it because we say hedge, right? You gotta be like, yo, like me and Empress, like we be watching the chart and sometimes we say, yo, it's a good time to hedge, but it's like, no, it's too high. You can't just hedge right now for the fuck of it just because you want to save your ass, right? You want to make sure the hedge makes sense. You want to make sure right now you buying it's going up. It's not in a movement where it may drop back to that number that you've been sitting at, nigga, the whole time hedging against, right? So you got to be cautious, right? Cautious with just hedging randomly. So yeah, as far as with the basketball, like I said, that was super important to me to Google. Was there any publicly traded Johns that we can invest in and kind of change the narrative? The good thing though, Empress, we could invest in the Madison Square Garden. That's weird. That's in New York Knicks. They mandating vaccines too, but none of their brothers over there tripping. And that's the thing with the NBA. The NBA is at 96% vaccination. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, babe, because like I had a bunch of other clips. We're going to play that another cast. We're not going to super stress that. But I had other clips from other places where Target had to shut down. A couple other companies had to shut down because the vaccine mandate. And a lot of the people, they're not taking it. So a lot of companies had to shut down. So I'm like, yo, why aren't people... And that's why I thought about, yo, is any of these companies publicly traded? Can we get into the mix and kind of change the narrative? That's why I thought of it, because I'm like, yo, they doing it over here, like employees, but most of these companies are publicly traded. Most of these companies, Target and all these companies, they are on the motherfucking New York Stock Exchange. So, right, you kind of see why the narrative is easier to affect that, right? Because it's a lot of hands in that. Past the NBA, it's a lot of private investors. It's a lot of niggas just over here on their own wave. You can't really give them a lot of regulations because they're not being... The SEC got nothing to do with this, right? The SEC got something to do with the exchange. Securities exchange. I ain't exchanging no securities, my boy. I just got securities in my hand, right? So, right... we have to figure out a way to hedge against all these things. And shout out to the brother Kyrie. Right? Shout out to the brother Kyrie, bro. I wish you the best. But, you know, Empress kind of biased. Empress was saying that she seen Joel Embiid kind of giving it to
Mr. Simmons.
To the Simmons brother. But I kind of seen KD giving it to Kyrie in a sense. He was like, nigga, ain't no point of getting mad, but it's gonna change. So it's like a nigga saying, like, I want to get mad, but what the fuck I'm gonna do then? You feel me? And I don't really like that narrative, but like I said, it's all fair. It's all fair. It's business. He was like, yo, the team gonna do what they gonna do, and bro gonna do what he gonna do. That's what he said. I don't like that narrative, bro. I feel like we gotta change that shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we gotta be on some shit where it's like
I feel like our ancestors are just rolling in their graves right now, like, nigga, what did this guy just say to his brother?
Yo,
you
bro,
gonna do what you gonna do, and he gonna do what he gonna do. Nigga, what you doing?
What you doing, nigga? Hey, matter of fact, let me go to the king. Way. Let me go to the king, bro, because Empress just brought up the king right now. His Imperial Majesty. That's our family crest, bro. We gonna make our family crest too. Y'all need to see our family crest, bro. Empress cold as fuck at everything she do. Empress actually been trying to fucking delegate a lot of motherfucking responsibilities, but she's not good at delegation. But she's been in her mind anticipating that there's times to delegate. All right, but she's never thought about it. She's never even really planned it out. But if you're open-minded and ready to learn, there are many things which you can learn not only from books and instruction, but from the very life experience itself. Me and Empress always talk about taking L's. Our youth must be steadfast and take advantage of benefits of modern civilization. Do not fall prey to idleness, for it shall be a curse to you and be succeeding generation. You must set yourself as example of determination and hard work. Plan your time and use both your physical and mental powers purposefully and productively.
What verse is that?
No one should question the faith of others, for no human being can judge the ways of the Most High. These are the king. I'm trying to find a quote about what the king say about quiet silence. Matter of fact, let me type in.
You just said something though at the beginning of that verse or quote that I wanted to run by.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go back to that shit. Empress want to run some shit back. You gotta go back to Empress. Peace is a day-to-day problem, the product of multitude of events and judgment. Peace is not an is. It is a becoming. Always. Do not worship me. I am not Jehovah.
Okay.
Nah, there's a different scripture.
Yeah, but that's what it was talking about. It was saying about don't idolize.
Okay. Oh no. Don't use your don't idle with your time. Idleness.
Oh, waste your time.
Idleness. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was thinking about idle as in the other word, which is technically the same, I guess, because you're wasting your time. It's like instead of creating your own life, you're living vicariously through someone else, I guess.
Listen to this one, Empress. If a strong government finds that it can, with impunity, destroy a weak people, then the hour has struck for that weak people to appeal to the League of Nations to give its judgment in all freedom. God and history will remember your judgment. Right? You got to think about it. You got to fight back, because this is the same time, bro. If a strong government finds that it can, with impunity, that just impunity, just like, nigga, I don't care what nobody say about me. I don't care who look at me.
Imperial immunity.
Unpunishedness. I'm talking about where it's like, yo, that's not even a rule, but you just bringing it up. That's what impunity mean, nigga. It mean that, yo, I don't care about nobody. It mean that you come to me and you say, yo, T, you can't kill nobody, and I show up and I kill 10 people. Impunity. T kill people with impunity. Because no, it's no punishment for me. It's unpunishable. Nobody could do nothing to me. That's what impunity means.
And what is it? His Imperial Majesty?
His imperial. Not impunity. Impunity. Imperial. Right?
Imperial immunity.
Imperial is good, but it's strong. Right? It's strong.
Strong scares some people.
But when you got punity on it, you puny. You puny.
Oh, you got the immunity of a tiny man.
You unpunished. You
what
want
they
to know?
Said you can't call him the M word anymore.
Why you gonna call that?
Oh, because you get taken off of here. It's a outdated word. It's inappropriate now. But yeah, people that are like 4 feet and under, you can't call them the M word.
All right, Blau. Here we go, Empress. Thank you. No, first of all, I'm gonna read this one because I think this one you was talking about. No one should question. No, this is not it. No one should question the faith of others, for no human can judge the ways of the Most High. That until here you go. All right, so I'm gonna read 2 of them because I always tell Empress about this quote, so I just wanted to read it for Empress right now. Matter of fact, I want Empress to read it. It's that until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. That until there are no longer first-class and second-class citizens of any nation. That until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. That until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. That until that day, the dream of lasting peace and world citizenship and the rule of international morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Haile Selassie. So until that day, right? And like that's why the brother always say we're not replacing white supremacy with black supremacy. We're replacing it with justice. Nature rules. So like when the king speak in these ways, and you be like, bro, what? Bro, nature rules. Like y'all be bugged out. I don't think y'all understand how harsh nature is. These people survive because your mind is stuck on separating you and them. So you keep a space for them. If it was equality, nature will rule. Meaning, just the same thing Francis Cresswell said. These boys will not be here. So you worried about the wrong argument. You worried about, yo, how you gonna treat them like that? Nah. We're not treating nobody like nothing. We're treating everybody the same. Whatever comes from that, is what the king is saying. Think about it. Frances Course-Wilson gave you the same teaching years later when she explained to you about, if we all lived in peace, they'll be gone within a couple years. That's why they fight so hard. That's why it's so much people like, let's keep this separation going. They can't live. Their gene can't live with this nature. And nature controls everything, right? So the nature controls all, but Empress has read the one about the philosophy, but this is the next one I was telling Empress about silence. Inaction throughout history.
It has been the inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered most, that has made it possible for evil to triumph.
You just talked about the brother Kevin Durant and just anybody else, right? It's inaction, right? We could all say, bro, that's his fight, bro. You feel me? He got his own little shit that he rocking with, but it's like, nah, he don't got his own little shit.
The indifference of those who should have known better.
Bro, it's 96% of you niggas already vaccinated, and the deputy commission is on Yahoo Finance talking to people about maybe we're gonna revisit this mandate. Revisit it? Change it, abolish it, nigga. What are you talking about? Revisit it. There's no revisiting, bro.
Yeah, that shit was kind of creepy.
It's 96, and then Empress, the first thing you seen when you was like hopeful, Empress thought that was the weirdest thing, because like, bro, I don't want to take it. It's no hopefulness about me.
It's like, what's wrong with you?
What's hopeful about me? Bro, I've been, man, bro.
Like, do you see what I'm doing right now? Like, I don't want to take it.
It's almost like you sick. It's almost like you're on your dying bed. And they're like, man, we hope he get better.
Eat one more little piece of meat, man. Come on now.
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna go out without the meat. I would think about it.
Yeah, bro, that's the main thing. Like, we cannot just put all our eggs in one basket, bro. And that's what that idolizing is. Like, that's the downfall. And that's why the most I tell you not to do it, because ultimately, bro, you box yourself into one paradigm that you can't pivot. Like, you just pivoting in the same little four corners. You stuck. So you have to expose yourself to as much as you can, bro.
Hey, Empress, but be careful saying that. Be careful saying that. The ETF dropped today. Right?
Facts.
So a bro listen to you and be like, damn, Empress, man, Empress, I invested into 3 ETFs. Think about it. The first one I invested got 7 companies. Think about that exposure. The next one I got 10 companies. Think about that exposure. Then the other one got 11 companies. I'm basically invested in 72 companies right now, Empress.
No, that's not the exposure I'm talking about, brother. And if you're in ETFs, like, what are you doing? You're going to be watching some every day that you're not getting out of.
I want exposure, but I don't know what's going on yet. So I want to see what's doing the best.
You're using exposure wrong, brother.
All right, Empress, what if I'm literally going on Barron's, right? And I'm going in there, I'm seeing who they got the highest on their books. And I'm like, blow. And then I go Google that stock and I say, what stock is doing the best? But I'm watching it for like a month. But this whole time I'm watching the Empress, I want exposure. So I'm still going to invest into the ETF. You don't think that's a good idea for me just to at least have an ETF? Like, while I'm not doing nothing, at least do something?
No. Like, first and foremost, when I say exposure, I'm saying in a simple aspect of, all right, how are people able to stay in this market and pay their bills with this and so on and so forth? In other words, that means you have to start answering some questions before you even start looking into investing. It's like, what is lucrative about this, and why are not a lot of people, why are so many people talking about it right now?
So you basically asking me why they saying basically only a small percentage of traders are actually profitable.
Yeah.
God damn. So that means I would have to kind of even read books to kind of. So you saying I shouldn't be.
You might have to do some college level research as far as finding sources, finding books, finding peer edited articles and things of that nature to figure out like what is what as far as trading stocks, scalping.
Man, I want to get SHIB.
Oh my gosh, my God. Are you listening to me?
I'm hearing you, but I want to get like how long would it take for me to possibly? You saying I shouldn't be trading? Like I should learn what trading is about before I start trading?
I mean, you can start trading whenever you want to start trading, but I don't recommend you go all in with one basket of eggs and throwing it in there. I don't recommend you do that.
All right, so but you're saying the best thing for me though, because I don't know anything about nothing, is to possibly get me an ETF.
Nah, I'm not saying that. You can go do your due diligence and look at ETFs and see how they're trending as far as charts, fundamentals, so on and so forth. But to jump into an ETF based on no real knowledge, like, why are you doing that? Because you know you're paying a premium on some of these and so on and so forth. So you
I don't know about premiums. I don't really know about premiums.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna worry about premiums. I'm not gonna worry about premiums. I don't know about premiums, but okay, I do know about SHIB. They saying that SHIB is trading at like pennies on the dollar.
No.
What are you saying, bro? Like you don't believe in penny stocks? What you saying? You don't believe in penny stocks?
I believe in coins that have a utilization and purpose. And as I showed you earlier, stocks, if you were watching the show earlier, there are meme tokens. SHIB is under the guise of a meme token.
What meme tokens?
You seen it? Or I didn't show it to you.
What meme tokens mean, bro?
Damn, bro, you ain't exposed to nothing. See, when I say exposure, I'm saying like just being able to know about crypto, know about stocks, know about real estate. That's exposure.
EOS. I'm exposed.
Oh gosh.
No, that's the thing.
You're exposing yourself. Yes.
No, that's the thing. You don't know about exposure. I see all these ads on my Instagram. I see all these ads on my Facebook. I'm exposed to the information every day, sister.
No, you get exploited by the information.
You saying this not even my information? What are you talking about?
You don't understand. Like, what is EOS? What's its purpose? Like, what is its utilization? What is it going to be doing in the next 5 years?
I don't know, but it looked like a cool triangle with a top. First of all, I bought EOS and it went up a little bit. I bought it. I think I made $4 off of it. No, I haven't traded it yet because look, I'm planning on it being like Bitcoin almost. Yeah.
What
are you talking about? See, you don't know about exposures because you're not invested in the EOS.
You know what?
I seen it on Instagram.
Let me just leave you with this.
First of all, how would they even have enough money to get on Instagram and expose themselves to me if I'm being explicit? I think you're trying to trick me, yo. You gotta watch these Maxi. Maxi trying to get me, bro. Maxi trying to get me, bro.
All I'm gonna tell you is, when Bitcoin's dominance is at 100%, and you trying to figure out why you put so much money in the EOS. Won't be long.
You said my token might be gone.
Until you on Facebook telling niggas you out of here. Weezy out of here.
Hey, the only good thing about that, I guess you have a new Bitcoin Maxi, because early in the cast we explained to everybody that the main way niggas become Maxis is jumping into one of these coins and thinking that they God. Thinking the most I made them to predict futures.
Damn, you see it.
All right, Mims. Yeah, let me see who here. Yo side. Yo, man, put these boys on the screen. People know about these boys. Banyo. Yo, these niggas they're using a Terra logo almost. Like a little small Terra almost logo.
Which one? Banyo?
Banyo sneaky, my boy. Look about Cafe Coin. Hold on, what their name is? Cafe Coin?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, who these niggas smoking?
Nah, it's called Kate Coin.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kate.
Katie. But yeah, so
mem coins. Yo, bro, if you invested into a mem coin, bro, get the fuck out. Hey, yo, and the bad thing about being invested into mem coin is if you second. Let's see who first. The first nigga is the only nigga that can get away with this stupid shit. Empress, you gotta click on mem coin, bro. You know that shit, bro. Alright, bro, yeah. That's the only nigga that can get away. And happen to be he's in the top 10. But babe, think about this. This guy cracked the top 15.
Doge.
The person that told you that I'm invested in, Doge is in the top 10. Doge is a solidified guy. Doge started mem coins. Everybody in this whole tomfoolery is created from Doge. It's a nigga in here named Baby Dogecoin. It's a nigga in here named Doge Elon. Right? All this shit is started from Doge nonsense.
Elon got a whole bunch of
right,
hustles.
And Doge is the only thing that's worth anything. Everything on here got a bunch of zeros before they ugly ass number. Right, but that's not the worst thing though, Empress. Right, you telling me these are mem coins and I shouldn't be investing into them. Look, but they up 20%. All right, Empress, cool shit. Besides Shiba Inu. Because how much Shiba in, 7 days, look, last 7 days. And then I look at Doge Elon.
Wait.
This is what I be telling people, Empress. Like, Empress, you remember the whole time Dogecoin was running? Because look, I'm against Dogecoin, but I'm a firm believer in investments. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So what I'm telling y'all is, bro, the first of anything. So all these Johns and Empress go down. If Empress go down, governance token, the first governance token, the first of everything. Yo, you even seen one of them. The first of one of them was Luna, Terra Luna. If you've been watching Terra Luna, you like, oh, so I see what they're saying. When you're the first of these things, you're usually a performer. If you go on the first of all these cryptos, it'll be Bitcoin, the greatest performer out here. But one thing that I could tell you though, which is why people invest into these coin, Empress, is the growth. But I always be telling them, it's like, yo, everything grows super far. Like, look at Cake Monster. Look at Cake Monster.
30%
in the last 7 days, Empress.
It's at 3 cents.
Babe, in the last 7 days, it's up 430%. Whoever the fuck invested into that is eating like God made them. Look at Cum Rocket. 90%.
5 cents.
Look at Hugo Finance. Who the fuck is those guys? All right, but boom, Empress. Can you go to Baby Doge Elon? Not
Shiba Vax.
What the fuck?
Seifun Inu.
Woofy. Bro, get off of these. No, keep on going down. Who's investing in these?
Holy Doge.
Look at Peppy Mon. Look at Peppy Mon Pep Balls.
Peppy Mon.
Peppy Balls. Peppy Mon Peppy Balls. You're getting smacked.
Man.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing if you invested in the last 24 hours. You up. Look at Updog. Updog doing some shit.
Where's Updog?
Yeah, the last nigga that you can see.
Updog.
Polka Dog. They trying to trick people. These things don't even got prices, babe. They don't even got prices.
Market cap. One nigga did this.
All right, look. Empress,
how is it that little?
We have to figure out how the hell. And that's another thing. That's why we need the brother. Because I was telling them, I kind of teased it a little bit. I said we're going to have a brother from a black organization coming on here sooner or later. But I want to ask him about this. Like, yo, how come you don't got your coin on here? Like, I went down here one day and I seen shit named Polka Dog. Like, meme games.
Meme.
Oh, meme.
Folky Inu, Boxer Inu,
Shiban, Tato Cat token, Toto Cat tokens, Shibinance,
Taco Cat,
Shibinance,
Polka Doge, Polka Doge,
Snoodoodle,
Grumpy Doge, Boss, Phantom Doge, Shiba, Phantom. We're reading it in the Indian voice. You think a whole bunch of Indians in peace?
Akita fell off. Akita Inu was doing some work earlier. It fell off a little bit, but it's still doing some work, up 100%. But I'm saying the reason why I'm saying it fell off is because it's so low. Like, you know, look, Wall Street baby. Yo, the Black Wall Street boy coming. The Black Wall Street boy coming. Fuck it.
Light speed transactions.
Fuck it. The Black Wall Street boy coming, and it's a governance token with
Black matter.
Hot dope. Shout out to Empras is the flyest bros I ever knew, bro. Empras like she always just be chilling. Man, she's just a chill, bro. You're chill, bro. But let me show y'all something though, cause like we was just hyping something, we were just hyping it up. But like when we hype shit up, it's really joking, bro. Like y'all gotta really see how we just be joking. Like y'all shouldn't be truly invested into these things. Y'all shouldn't be. But look, let me show y'all this though, cause it's super interesting. Hopefully I can find it right here, and I don't have to go to something else. About let me see something. All right, these are sponsored. They always do this shit. I was about to say, bro, one thing that always happened to me, it's been happening to me ever since day one. I will come on here, and because I have crypto.com, right? I think crypto.com is a pretty solid site. All right, because I have crypto.com, and crypto.com also have a governance token. That's what I was saying with governance tokens. Those things are also important. But when you end up in the meme section, bro, Empress, matter of fact, Empress told me it's meme. They're memes. When you end up in the meme section, my guys, you got to be very, 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 very cautious. Right, no, chill out. No, it's a serious situation though. If you end up in the meme coins situation, if you're invested into anything less than Doge, you're investing backwards. Right? You're in jeopardy of losing everything that you started with, is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you find yourself in those meme areas, be memeful, right? But Empress, I was trying to tell him that that's the science you was dropping on me. But I also got some more science for him, right, Empress? Because I was telling him that usually when I come on this, because look, I was telling him, I was like, look, we celebrating, we doing all this happy shit, telling y'all this, telling y'all that. Don't take us serious. We clowning a lot of people, right? And the reason why I'm saying that, Empress, because I came on here because I was trying to figure out what exchanges it's on. Then I seen crypto.com. I was like, yo, it's on crypto.com. And I was like, no. Those are sponsors. See, Empress went to school for this. Empress know about sponsors. Empress know about people trying to get in front of you and act like they doing more than they really do.
And I know that it's by choice. I don't have to look at them, try to brainwash me, so I can just exit out of them.
So now you showing me the real shit.
Yeah.
So this is the only place you could buy this.
In the middle of the air.
So
swap.
This is what I'm telling you. So when you see these tokens that's up all these percentage and you see all this stuff, these aren't safe coins, bro. These coins could go in the middle of the night. Me and Empress played billions of videos, not billions. Into the night. Empress, me and you played about 10 videos though of a white guy finding these white people, stealing people money. Save the kids tokens to be one. We never played none of those on the cast.
That was a private study. Patreon study.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I need to get on the page. Get on the page. But yeah, you can only buy this on Pancake Squad. So it's up. It's up 430%. You like, yo, T, it's up 430%. I've been bought it. Yo, what if it never go on nobody exchange? How do you get your money out? How much they charging you right now? How much did you make? Did you make enough to get out?
If it's up, then it's up.
You gotta think about Ethereum and how much they charge.
That's what I think it is.
Yo, it's a buy right now, bro. I'm about to buy. But 64 is so high, bro. Me and Empress not super convinced about 64, bro.
Send y'all that straight to 63.
64 is something that you wake up and get. 64 is not something that you go to bed with. Like I said, unless you're an investor. If you're an investor, nigga, you just come every day.
That shit hit 67.
Every day you come in there, bitch, and you pick it. But me and Empress about to get out of here, bro, because I was supposed to be out of here. But
we got caught up in that meme rabbit hole.
Yeah, we went down whole fucking shit. But yeah, Empress, you can do your thing whenever you're ready. We out of here.
Alrighty, guys. That is the conclusion of episode 139 of the Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back on Friday with a Freestyle Friday. Until then, peace.